Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the good life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the Hills Casino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey Show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Brian.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
Most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yes, he just passed out. Yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten them. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house.
All right, we're going to do a little reset here. Sorry for the delay, my friendlies. You know, if I could learn how to edit on YouTube, then I could cut all this crap out. But thus is the life of a live show, so... All right, take two, my friendlies.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yes, he just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten them. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
You, my friends, you're the reason why we're here. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, smoking, drinking, interrupting from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar. Well, we lost a good one of the great guitar players, the dude from Tapao, gone. Dee, 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 dee. And who would imagine that we lost another one, the guitar player from Kajagoogoo. Deceased. Love. What was that? All right, you did it again there, Dave. Jeez. Oh, my gosh.
I'm setting up the other IR. I didn't realize the volume was up.
All right.
Well, that's right. When you do your show prep, you usually find that out.
Thank you, Ralph. Nice to see you again.
Beautiful.
You know what a show prep is, Ralph?
Yeah, what is that?
Bottle of whiskey.
A bottle of whiskey, bottle of bourbon. Yeah. And I will tell you that this man is the man that brings over the bourbon, and you should water that down.
I put ice in the glass.
Yeah, no. I'm not talking about for you. I mean for our producer, Tattoo Dave.
Good idea.
Who tends to come unglued on occasion.
I've barely only just begun.
Okay. Hey, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Pearl Jam, Morin, Kiss icon Ace Frehley. Or is it Frehley? It's really Frehley. And a good Bronx guy there, my friend Ralph.
Was he the only non-Jew in the band?
I think he was. I think he may have been.
I think Peter Criss was also.
Thank you for pointing that out. Why is that important, Ralph?
Well, Peter Criss, the drummer, was the only one not from New York.
Are there no Jews from the Bronx? Is that what you're saying?
No, they're all over in Pelham Parkway.
Okay.
Where they belong.
That's right.
Anyway, I guess the dude hit his head, and then he hit his head again, and man, and
He's a headbanger.
I wasn't even aware that he was out of the band for many years because I don't really follow Kiss. Not one of my favorite bands, but I do like that Gene Simmons man.
By the way, little fact: Ace Frehley founded.
That's my brother Mart, by the way.
Ace Frehley founded.
Yeah, he did, and
he actually
named it.
He came up with a logo.
He came up with a logo, and he named the band.
Yeah, he's one who.
He really is. I mean, just for that alone, for the moniker alone, he should have been given a little piece of the action.
Well,
But he was always pissed because he didn't make as much money as Gene and Peter Criss. Is it
Paul Stanley?
No,
Paul Stanley.
Because they both got publishing.
No, because he was the non-Jew.
The other two didn't receive publishing. Paul and Gene got all the publishing.
Yeah.
And Ace left the first time.
Yeah.
The second time, Gene kicked him out. But the first time, he left. He had enough of Gene's crap. And here's what Gene said.
Sounds like the Knack.
He was boozing a lot,
well,
right?
Quote, Gene said, he cared more about the music than the product and the money.
Yeah.
I cared about the money and the product than the music.
Well, the product is the music, though, isn't it?
And Ace he said he cared.
You mean like merchandising and so on, right?
Yeah.
The overall merchandising.
The business part of it. Yes, the business part of it.
Well,
the business of show, as Matt likes to say.
Yeah, what a terrible thing, man.
You know, it's a sad thing. And
yes, Gene Simmons.
I'm gonna miss my dear friend.
Yeah.
But we are gonna, of course, we have the Kiss Ace Frehley dolls.
You're gonna try it along.
They've just gone up in price, but you could.
So Gene Simmons, you're gonna persevere, is what you're saying.
Absolutely, I think we're gonna make it. Rock and roll all night and party every day.
All right. Hey, Tony and Beth, I used your rain jacket on, I think it was Monday. It was either Sunday or Monday. That what are you doing there, Dave? Don't mess with anything, Dave. Just trust me. You can't. That instant replay cannot be moved in any way, shape, or form. Just trust. Just. Okay.
Excuse me, if I had a producer like that in my studio,
yeah, what would happen?
Days,
what would happen?
I'd be gone so quick.
Oh my God, this is. I got it. You mean your camera is dead?
But Matt, before you move on, it was a freak accident. It wasn't cancer. It wasn't a heart attack.
Right.
And then
74 years old, man.
But he did. He lived he did a lot of booze, and a lot of drugs in his day. Just a quick one up in Everett, Washington.
I can't imagine someone drinking on the job.
No.
Nope.
North of Seattle is a little place called Everett, and there's a place called Jimmy Z's.
Yeah.
When he went solo the first time, they took their makeup off.
You're talking about Everett, Washington?
Yes.
You're talking about a time after he enjoyed his first massive hit, and he was the first Kiss band member to enjoy a hit on his own.
Back in the New York Groove.
It was a massive hit.
Such a great song.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was disco.
It's about New York,
Was it?
And it was a cover. It was a cover song.
So anyway, up there, at a place called Jimmy Z's, he was performing. So first time without makeup, I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome, whatever.
Yeah.
So I show up with my buddies, my guitar player, and I have one of those old VHS video cameras.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm filming him. Taping him.
Right.
And one of his bouncers or one of his dudes, handlers, come over. I need that tape right now. I said, excuse me? Get the tape out of the machine right now. I said, okay, pull it out. He grabbed it, shredded it, and
Wow,
stomped on it.
rude.
They didn't recognize you?
That's
And he goes,
rude.
"You can't do this here." And I said, "Well, okay." I ended up going to Ace Frehley's after party that night at his hotel, though.
Yeah.
And he goes, "That's a shame that happened, man. I'm sorry about that." It's exactly what he said.
That's because he told him to do it.
Probably. But he was a very nice guy. My guitar player at the time, Earl, met him a couple more times. And he said he was always just really soft-spoken,
Yeah.
nice dude. You know,
Yeah, it seemed like a
Bronx
good
guy.
good dude who loved to party. I think he drank himself, to I guess obnoxion at certain points, because he was so pissed that he didn't share in the big money
Well,
that the two main dudes.
Yeah.
And a lot like our buddy Bruce Gary, drummer from the Knack.
Yeah.
He did the same damn thing. He cut off his big old schnoz despite his drumming face. He did the same thing. He said they wanted him back in the band, and he said, nah, not going to do it because you're not paying me the same.
Yeah, because drummers are so hard to find.
a good one. He was a good one. He was a damn good drummer.
Yeah.
Drummers hang around musicians.
Yeah.
I know the old drummer jokes and the bass player jokes.
Yeah. Well, it's good stuff.
Ralph is just jabbing legs.
It's the accordion joke. Like our dad's a musician, and he would say, "Here's one thing you'll never hear an accordion player say in the studio.
Yeah.
I double parked my Porsche outside."
See? That ain't bad.
They have preferred parking.
Hey, Tony and Beth in What's Up, Wausau. I used a rain jacket on Monday. We had a torrential.
Oh.
We had a tsunami.
Regular deluge.
Yeah, a regular deluge, as my hippie Uncle Dick would say in northern Nevada. It was rainy, and thanks to Tony and Beth and that beautiful Wausau rain jacket,
that's right.
put it over my head, and it worked perfectly. And so, by the way, Tony and Beth and all of the myriad lovely folks from Wisconsin and other parts beyond, that if I don't mention you it doesn't mean that I'm not thinking about you.
No.
And that's the honest to God truth. I'm always thinking about you beautiful folks.
Slab of bacon.
And especially when I slapped on that rain jacket.
Yeah.
That was such a beautiful gift. And I'm going to I'm prepared to reveal a lot of personal stuff today.
Whoa.
And yes, a lot of personal stuff that I have never revealed on this show.
Hello, maybe I should leave now.
This is not personal stuff about you.
Well.
This is personal stuff about me. And let me just start by saying we have more talent in this room than 100 effing influencers. The meek have inherited the friggin' earth. The meek, all you have to do is turn on YouTube or Rumble at any time of the day or night, and these idiot sticks with 17,000 subscribers, 22,000, and you're wondering how does that work? How does YouTube not hate you guys over there?
And they have no talent.
No, but if they have a talent for having no talent, and for some reason, the audience loves this stuff.
Or if you have a nice body.
I think we try too hard. I really think that could be it. What do you think, Ralph?
I think we should broadcast on OnlyFans.
That's a damn good idea.
With our genitalia hanging out. That was.
Matt,
My friend posted on OnlyFans the other day. He goes, "My wife paid for our car, 2 cars, and a new house on OnlyFans." And then he said,
Yes.
if she finds out she has an OnlyFans, she's going to be really upset.
I said that about 6 weeks ago on this show.
Oh.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, were you out that day?
I must have been.
Not necessarily. I think you may have been.
Maybe
here.
I was.
The meek, the stupid, but also it takes like a real hot, like fishing videos. You see some hot chick in a bikini fishing.
If you're a hot
a million
broad,
hits.
Yes, if you're a hot broad, and you don't even have to know how to fish.
No.
If you know how to
Bend over.
In fact, if you don't even have to know how to cast a line.
Nope.
You can pretend to cast a line. I'll tell you, it works with me because guys are that dumb. We are that stupid.
Yeah.
If it's a hot chick in those, what do you call those short shorts that Daisy
Micro
Dukes?
shorts.
Oh my
Daisy Dukes.
God! I love those
Micro
things.
shorts.
I just don't know how these girls make money on OnlyFans. It's live porn. I mean, first of all, Darlene is nasty.
Okay, now wait, which one is she or he? She? Who is Darlene?
He's.
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
He wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
All right, so that was a joke. I get it.
By the way, we have 2 new listeners on Wausau.
Oh, no kidding.
Because Sunday night I was at Rainbow.
Yeah.
And there was a couple next to me. And
Hold on, explain it. The Rainbow Bar and Grill on Sunset Boulevard
The
in
hell are you going to the Rainbow
Hollywood,
for?
California.
I go every Sunday.
The muckety muck of former rock stars who hang out there. And what happened?
There was a couple next to me, and they happened to be from Milwaukee.
Oh, love that.
And they said, we're only here for one drink. I said, so you're not from Milwaukee.
Yeah, no kidding. No, you're not from Wisconsin.
Right. So we started talking. I said, by the way, I'm on a radio show called Outlaw Radio, and we broadcast on Wausau. And I looked it up to get the numbers for them.
Yeah.
They're going to be listening today.
Oh, beautiful.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome, my friends.
And what'd you think of the Rainbow? I swear to you guys, it used to be cool. It
Yeah.
used to be the place
Well,
to
it
hang.
used to be
Every
able.
big rock star hung out there.
You know, we can say that about so many places that you used to be able to get a couple drinks for like $8. You used to be able to have a steak dinner for $13.
Rainbow.
Times
Jack
have
Daniels
changed.
is only $12 at the Rainbow.
For what?
Prices
For-
aren't
for
bad.
Jack
what?
Daniels.
It's I look at that as gouging though. 12
Yeah,
bucks.
the bottle's
Strength, you're
19.
paying
though.
15. It's
I don't know. I still look at that.
20
as
at Dan Tannis.
I think it's a rip. Yeah, but Dan Tannis has always been a rip-off.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
depending on what the bartender Michael would want to charge you. Then.
Hey, anybody see Jeff Bridges on Kimmel? Anybody watch that?
Did not.
What's Kimmel?
Yeah, the guy with 20% of his ratings when he came back, and just dying on the vine.
And dropping.
And the reason they couldn't fire him is because the Hollywood muckety mucks.
That's exactly why.
That is exactly why they said, you know what? You will have absolutely no. We will not support you in any way, Disney. And you do the wrong thing. So it wasn't about massive ratings, just the opposite. It was, it was this lefty woke friggin' culture.
Yes.
And it's keeping Kimmel on the stinking air.
So what did Bridges say?
And he continues with his nasty rants. And I'll tell you what, his ratings, I predict, will continue to plummet.
Yes.
What did I say about the dude that said no more politics? Fallon, I told you that his ratings would come back, and slowly but surely they're creeping back up. Entertain the folks without getting ugly and without throwing our president under the bus. Try that one, you stupid idiot.
Boy, Matt, if I was driving around today, if you had seen what's going on today, you would be really.
You're talking about
Protests,
the
idiots.
No Kings?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Even to the new supposedly awesome town that I'm in the middle of moving to.
Yeah.
I literally turned the corner onto McBean, and there was hundreds of them on the corner of McBean and Valencia.
Did you honk? Give a thumbs up?
No. I gave the finger and did not honk because that's what they want you to do is honk.
I
It's
know,
true.
Dave.
I'm proud of you for I don't give the finger much because I'm afraid of someone coming at me.
I'm not afraid of that.
No, you're not, and I'm glad.
You're afraid of someone coming at you on a freeway, but not in a dive bar.
No, because
No.
let me give you
Easier access in the dive bar.
It was a red light, just to be clear.
I can explain exactly why. In a dive bar, I will tend to be drunk. So yeah, that's my
Bring it on!
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
the
but anytime you're on the freeway, you're also drunk.
I'm
You're
the-
just not driving.
I'm the Teflon man.
No, Matt, on the way, I went over to Dave's this morning to help him move some stuff.
Yeah,
Thank you, by the way, Marty.
You're welcome. And on the freeway, one of the freeway signs?
get on that mic or turn Mart up a little.
One of the freeway signs?
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
Said, beware, be careful, blah, blah, blah. Something about there's an open firearm. Somebody has an open, anyway, open shooting on the,
Oh,
somewhere
wow.
in one of those protests.
That's something to look forward to.
Because in San Diego, apparently they shut the freeway down.
They shut the
also.
5 freeway down just completely
'Cause they're
shut
doing-
down.
they're
You
doing
cannot
bomb-
get to or out of San Diego.
Because
doing
these
bomb testing.
miscreants cannot behave. But
No, that's not true.
Aren't
in San
they-
Diego,
Yeah.
the Marines are doing a
Bomb test.
demolition
Oh.
derby, whatever it's called,
all right.
and they're blowing stuff up.
They didn't want Newsom. I don't want them to shut that down for that.
Hey, as long as it's
Screw
the
you.
Marines blowing stuff up, I got no problem
Hell
with
yeah.
that. Yeah, keep up the good work, my friend.
Hoorah.
Jeff Bridges on Kimmel. Shirley Jones, my dear friend Shirley Jones. I love that broad so much. She is a real broad.
She's got great taste in men.
I slept in her bed.
Yeah, you did up there in Big Bear.
I
Yeah.
did.
Well, no. In reality,
Well, it was her guest house bed.
it was the guest house, and Lori and I were invited to sleep in
her
their
bed.
bed. And we didn't do it because we thought, well, no, that's Shirley and that's Marty's bed.
Well,
and-
it was weird.
Did Marty charge you?
no.
It was weird because
That was I'll tell you what that was. That was a quid pro quo. I helped him put together a pilot
yeah.
where he
Judge.
he played the judge and
Oh, yeah.
a TV show that never took off. I was rooting for him. I've always loved Marty Ingalls. God bless him.
That was
But
an
my ex and I
interesting
woke
evening.
up.
Hey, Marty, Mark is trying to
We
speak.
looked up above on the
Yeah.
headboard, huge picture of Shirley Jones in like Oklahoma, the movie Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah?
And we got a weird feeling, kind of. It was like, we're into her.
Why would that
band.
be weird?
I don't know.
She doesn't
You don't
sleep.
like Oklahoma?
Shirley Jones doesn't sleep in the guest house.
Well,
all right?
She probably has when Marty pisses her off sometimes.
By the way, she's the only one he has never sued.
Now, why do I? Yeah. He tried to sue me, and we were dear friends. But yeah, I love the guy. He wasn't happy unless he was unhappy. I mentioned Shirley Jones because Jeff Bridges. Shirley and I had a conversation about Jeff one night, and said that he is the son that she never had, and politically they are on two completely separate sides of the fence. Shirley is a good conservative gal, as was Marty Ingalls, her dead husband. Jeff Bridges, though, just going off on Kimmel about Trump and what a nut he was and so on. And Kimmel, of course, eating it up. And, I just wonder if Shirley Jones is watching that. Isn't she thinking to herself, oh, man, I'm going to disown that son?
Yeah.
She's still alive?
Yes, 91, my friend.
Wow.
About 6 years ago,
Yeah.
because I always meet people at stores and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But she lives in Encino, and so I went to that Ralph's over there. There she was with like somebody helping her around the aisles. She looked pretty damn good.
Why
man.
did we have to? Oh, recently?
No, that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
What were you doing there 5 years ago? Oh,
He lived
you
there.
still
Wow.
live there. Yeah. No, she's always. You know why she still looks good at 91? Because she never had any of that crappy Hollywood surgery making her look like a damn ape.
Madonna.
Matt asked her
Yeah, Madonna
like
looks
the guy from
crap.
Saw.
Oh, just icky,
Matt
man.
asked her on the air one time, it's okay if I call you broad? She said, please do.
Well, no, I called her a broad, and then everyone stunned silence. There were about 9 or 10
Kipadonna.
folks. Oh my god! And I said, well, do you mind? She said, no, I wear that like a badge of honor.
Yeah, that's a good old gal.
That's a good. You bet your ass, that's a good old gal. I'm going to talk about how I fall in love too easy. I don't know why these things hit me last night, but I guess the first girl that you have sex with, you're going to, as a guy, you tend to sort of fall in love, right? Am I wrong about this?
No, you're not wrong.
Ralph?
You are 100% correct.
Oh, okay. So you do because
always remember
and you think that she'll be with me forever, and then you learn that no, that's not the way it works. Especially when old Debster cheated on me.
Oh God, I was just gonna say that.
And I only discovered this while we were out at one of these lakes in eastern Oregon, and everyone was drunk except me. I did not tibble at that time.
Yeah.
I only drank coffee.
Chelan?
Yeah, Lake Chelan, I believe, and that's where
Eastern Washington.
that's where Mom and Debbie ended up in the big house.
With Snatchy.
Yeah, with Snatchy up there in some little jail.
Yeah.
And, oh, Mama. Oh, I'm sure she's happy that I mentioned that.
Coming to get you, Mama.
What'd she do? Throw an ashtray at someone?
Well, coming to get you, Mama. I will tell you that we were around a campfire, and then Debbie just blurted out, and that's why I effed Scott Forrest.
Yeah.
And it's like, where the hell did that come from? And of course, I'm blindsided. I'm 16 years old, and it's like, oh man, you think your life has ended?
Was he your PD?
Especially, no. Scott Forrest was a no-talent weekend jock at KJR, but he was like an attractive guy. And he called me one day when he knew that I was on the air, and he said, I'm in West Seattle. Would you mind if I drop by and use your shower? Well, I'm never thinking that someone is going to pull some illicit crap, especially when they ask permission. I said, well, call Debbie. Call Debbie. It ended up it was that night or that day that, yes.
Matt, can I come over and bang your girlfriend?
Yeah. Why don't you just ask?
I swear, Mal, when you said that and you said only discovered, I was about to interrupt you and say cheating whore.
Oh,
Same thing happened to me.
Is that right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah. And, I was brought up with such a lovely mother that I felt that females could do no wrong.
Right.
That they were the ones that told the truth.
Boy, you were wrong.
Oh, was I wrong? Oh, was I wrong? And this Scott Forrest, dig this, years later, and he's still attempting over the last several years to friend me on Facebook. He sends me friend request. Like I would have forgotten that this guy was at my apartment that I was paying for in West Seattle and showed up one day to take a shower. I mean, I don't even want to think about what went down there.
Oh,
Well, now
he took a shower.
Well,
all right.
nowadays, now it doesn't hurt at all. Isn't it funny how time just repairs all that?
Actually,
Thank
it
God.
doesn't.
Yeah, what?
Actually, it doesn't.
For you, Ralph?
So on Facebook, maybe a year or two ago, this gal, Angela Brillis, that I knew growing up, says, "Oh my God, I found you. You're on Facebook." She goes, "You remember me?" I said, "I never forget my first."
Yeah.
My phone blew up from a girl I dated in high school screaming at me that I told her that she was my first.
Oh, no.
And she was
Oh,
going
no.
off that I'm an effing liar.
Oh,
I
geez.
should die. And I'm like, was that my line back then?
All right, let's go to break. I got a lot to share with you regarding my lunch with John Candy, and I think guys tend to fall in love easy, where females not so much.
We get hurt more when the breakup happens.
We get devastated. But females know as long as they have that, then they can get 1,000 of us, right?
Yep.
It's true. All right, we'll be this after back on the Big Dog of Broad Chasing, Mets Casting, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and the finest radio stations in the nation.
The legend of the Phoenix all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Look. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion.
Magic Matt Allen.
Well, this isn't going to work for you listening to us on the greatest terrestrial stations in the nation, but for those of you watching us on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, this is the rain jacket Tony and Beth gifted me.
Wausau, Wisconsin.
Yeah, with big old Wausau and a great, it's a hoodie and one of the great rain jackets. Thank you, Tony and Beth, man.
I'd like to borrow that.
Do you plan on it raining soon?
I would like to borrow that for when I'm at work, when it rains, yeah. That's okay.
You know, I've noticed with Dave, anything...
Turn up his mic, please. Mark's up.
I've noticed with Dave, anything anyone else has,
he wants.
well, he'll go online, he'll get around.
Why do you think he has two of everything at his house?
The funny thing is that coming from Marty, who just came to my house to help me out with TVs today and walked away with a 35-foot strand of lights, a monitor for his computer.
Is that right?
And something else.
Hold on, Dave makes a good point. That,
and a speaker for my TV.
And a speaker for his TV. Yeah. I mean, coming from him, he still wants to.
You're throwing a gift horse under the bus.
No.
Dave is very generous.
But he's very generous.
Yes, he
But
is.
as far as his TVs, how many TVs did I lift off the wall with him today in his house? How many? Guess how many TVs?
12.
Close.
Really? A lot of TVs?
Six.
Yeah.
Six.
Okay. The leftist hate fest continues. The anti-Trump No Kings protest in D.C. and, of course, around the country. Unlike the first round of protests that avoided the nation's capital, this time the flagship event of the nationwide protest was at the National Mall. House Speaker Mike Johnson, who I adore that guy. He's the right guy for the gig, man.
Call him Johnson.
He is just. I don't have to call him Johnson, but
you can call me Ray.
I tend to call him Mike Johnson. He called out the protest as a Hate America rally, because that is exactly what it is. As leftists continue to rage against Donald Trump's historic re-election victory, and doing all the right things. Just doing all the right things.
Peace, no.
Oh, Democrats hold the country hostage with a government shutdown that refused to lift without trillions in new spending. And it's taxpayer-funded health care for illegal immigrants. No matter how much they lie about that, that's exactly what is going on here. And here are the guys not doing a great job, right? ICE arrests 1,406 illegal aliens in sanctuary Boston surge, including murderers, rapists, and gang members. They're doing God's work. But yet, the left, they don't like a civil society. Why is that, Ralph? Why does the woke left not like civility?
It's going to sound contrary, but it keeps them in power.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but it keeps them in power.
Yes, even though they're not in power right now, but it gives them...
the mayors. And
yes, it does. Yes.
It keeps them in power somehow.
It does. It does. You mean the mayors of these ridiculous...
Boston, Chicago,
L.A.
Portland, L.A. It keeps them in power.
I mean, and all you have to do is point to the mayors and the governors of those states and those cities to know that it's always that fragment of America who hates America who are running these cities into the ground. And if you talk to a lot of the bystanders, say in Chicago or in Boston, just your average citizen, they're digging it, man. They're thanking Donald Trump. It's
yes, but they will go out and vote for that same mayor.
But explain it to me. But it's sort of the same convoluted concept, the same idea as the Jews in New York. Do you think how many Jews in New York are going to vote for Mondummy?
Too many.
There shouldn't be one. He hates you.
Yes.
He hates you.
You mean a commie Baghdadi?
Yeah, Momdami Baghdadi. Yes, of course. He hates you.
Hey, he was a rapper.
Murderers, rapists, child sex predators, drug traffickers, documented members of transnational gangs, MS-13, Trendy Araga, Trenton Tarantino's, and the 18th. Some things I say for myself, and the 18th Street. But they're taking the bad guys off the streets. Isn't that what you want in America?
Yeah, and then when the crime goes down, guess who's going to take credit for it?
Oh, yeah, well, of course. See, we did the right thing.
Yeah, it was a safe city. He didn't have to come here.
Let me get to this before I forget. By the way, the return of Mark C.G. Boyer, who has been suffering from major bout of bronchitis for the last month, back at it. It's like the Beatles are back together with Billy Preston running the show over there. Tattoo Dave. He's the fifth Beatle. But Mark C.G. Boyer back, and I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're alive, even though it pissed me off that a guy can be out for so long because of bronchitis, something that you get every year, and usually not this many weeks in a row. And I think I mentioned this to someone here in this room, in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar, that you should consider, pulling that wallet out, dusting it off, getting rid of those cobwebs, and hire a specialist, a doctor.
Spend that bar mitzvah money.
That knows how to cure you,
Well, I
Mark.
think this is the best place he can be after you went through that, is in a smoke-filled room.
They recommended cigar smoke.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Remember when you're in the Beatles?
Yeah,
sure.
That was great.
God, that was awesome.
There are pulmonary specialists that are available.
Get on that mic or turn him up, please.
Up all the way.
Yacking right into it.
Yeah.
There are pulmonary specialists available, and
yeah, we know that, Mark, but you're too cheap to pay for one.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, Kaiser will pay for it. It doesn't cost me anything.
Well, then why aren't you doing?
Even worse.
Why aren't you doing the right
instead.
thing? Okay, I don't get it. I hope that this is a lasting pull through for you, because this is the thought of you naked running around that condo of yours, watching really bad porn and
rolling around at his pool table.
Oh yeah, and eating all sorts of M&Ms and bad and
cheese
chips.
doodles.
Oh, it just disgusts me the thought of that.
The rainbow.
And it's because you weren't here that vision was in my mind. So yes, I blame it on you, Mark.
Okay, well, I take full responsibility.
Running around in
for
a
your
Batman
fantasies.
outfit, the cape, naked.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Maybe he didn't have bronchitis.
Listen. Okay, I'm going to get to this.
I was having fun.
I'm going to get to these John Candy revelations in just a few minutes. What a beautiful man that man was.
Yeah.
An absolute beauty and a hulking figure. That guy stood, you'd swear he was 7 feet tall. I think he was like 6'4". I mean, I'm 6'1", and I had to look up when he and I got together. But I'll tell you,
he was 6'4", 500 pounds.
Oh yeah, massive, just a mountain of a man, and but all of it love. I mean, a really, really good dude. So I'll jump into that in a few minutes. Last week, Uncle Dick, out of nowhere, just out of the blue, called the show from Dayton, Nevada, his palatial estate there in the desert in northern Nevada, and it went a little something. I edited this down, but it went a little something like this. Here we go. 804.
Yeah, that's what 804 played.
Really?
Yep. De La Soul.
Okay, so as we're speaking, are you punching in Dick Mark? I don't know how I did that. Well, I did have quite a few old fashions last night. So yeah, and that should be no excuse, but we all have to justify our inadequacies.
It's old fashioned.
Yeah, you'll find it under Dick and then Mark. That I guarantee. It's not that difficult. Just put in Dick.
Dick Mark. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Where's Mark? Where's my buddy Mark?
Oh, Mark C.G. Boyer he's been out sick for the last 2 weeks, bronchitis.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Remember that time when he was allowed to your palatial estate there in the belly, of the desert? Yeah.
You've done this before.
Remember when he was sick as hell and coughing all night? And he wasn't kicked out of your joint for that. He was kicked out. No, he was.
No, absolutely.
So what are you? You always hate to answer this question, but what are you imbibing in today? Is it a margarita? Saturday seems like no.
Actually, eggnog. I picked up some eggnog and
it's getting there.
Of course, I put a little Maker's Mark in with it.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is the season.
Seems to work. Yeah.
I don't know if that fare is still available.
Hi, Gail.
That's his spouse.
Gail waves her hand.
That's his spousal equivalent.
She's saying nothing. She just waves. Yeah.
I don't know if that fare is still available.
Pause. I'll have to get back to you.
Pause. What I'm talking about is this fare. I had a really cheap fare to visit Uncle Dick again in about 2 weeks, and I was calling him. He didn't return my call, and now that fare has gone up like 4 times. So I'm not going to visit him. See, and maybe it's a blessing and a blessing for Uncle Dick, or at least his spousal equivalent, who loves the smell of my cigar smoke in her bedroom. Go ahead. Well, okay.
He's got to talk to his people.
Yeah, he's got people.
No, I'm sick of listening to my fucking self.
And by the way, now you know how we feel.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, I do. And I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
Too easy. Oh, there is a company there in northern Nevada that supposedly makes the world's greatest eggnog, and it's a
Frankovich.
Give Gail my best.
Yeah, I know. She'll kept every bit of that. Yeah.
Tell her that I'm sorry for stinking up her bedroom with my cigar scent.
And Mark C.G. Boyer, tell him to get well, because he's a good guy.
Oh,
that's amazing.
Sweet. Oh, that is so sweet.
You're the one.
Sweet. I'm a sweet guy. Come on.
How about that? Huh?
Because he's a good guy.
Is that not very? He's a good guy, and and he even brings it back to get well wishes for you at the end of the conversation.
Mark, are you blushing?
The guy really cares.
Why were you in their bedroom?
No, it wasn't. No, it was an extra bedroom. But she has to tear the sheets off and so on. And I guess the last time I was there, she mentioned Uncle Dick the next day. It smells like cigar smoke. Well, yes, that's because I'm a cigar smoker. And being that I smoke cigars out in the back 40 of their palatial joint there in the desert, I will tend to stink up the joint.
My friend Shelley that I used to bring over.
I'm not smoking inside.
No, you said their bedroom. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, that would be weird.
My friend Shelley that used to come, I used to bring her over once in a while, whatever. She came over. She goes, Marty, I just can't sit in that room anymore because I get home and even till the next day, in my hair, it smells like cigars.
Not to mention my private parts.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of people in this room that would know about that.
Well,
a couple?
Oh, Dave.
A couple?
Oh, Dave. I guess Shelley.
Hold on. Marty's insinuating something different.
Shelley and Dave, I guess, had a little thing-a-roo.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Congratulations.
But he said a couple of people in this room.
Yeah, Mark Boyer.
Whoa, right. Did I have fun? I don't remember.
Yeah, did you go sniffing around there, Mark C.G. Boyer?
Oh.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh!
Yeah, that's a little icky. All right.
Oh God, how did we get there?
I don't know. When we return, I'm going to unload on an Ellen K. Remember Ellen K., who was a radio personality?
God rest her soul.
Here, God rest her soul.
She was from Belmont?
Here, what? No.
Belmont. Lori.
I think it was more.
She's a triple crown.
A lot of people says she has a horse face. Back in the day when she and I were a thing, she was less horsey faced.
How can that be?
What? No.
Was it a pony face?
Do you know that she
So
taught?
her face grew longer.
She taught the dude from Guns N' Roses to swim.
Wow.
Yeah.
Axl Rose. Yeah, they're both Midwesterners.
And they're both a-holes.
And I don't know if Alan Kay is an a-hole. That's not where I'm going.
I thought you would know that for sure, but I know he is.
Axel's not an a-hole.
Yes, he is.
But when we return, I'll say it again, so hopefully we'll go to break this time.
Well,
I will. There is no whelp. I'm telling you. Well, just hang with me. I will talk about a movie premiere that she elected to attend with Rick Dees instead of yours truly. Pissed me off, and I was a child, and I completely admit that I was a child. And I'll tell you what I did with the assistant of a Hollywood muckety-muck that screwed my career in television next on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
City's breaking down on a camel's back. They just have to go 'cause they don't know where. So all you feel the streets is appealing to see. You won't get undercounted 'cause you're not that free. You got a new horizon, it's ephemeral style. A melancholy town where we never smile. And all I wanna hear is the message beep. My dreams, they gotta kissing 'cause I don't get sleep, no. Windmill, windmill for the land, I'm forever hand in hand. Take it all out on your stride, it is kicking, falling down. Love forever, love is free, let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the land, it's everybody in. Laughing gas, these hazmats, fast cats, lining them up like ass cracks. Play these ponies at the track, it's my chocolate attack. Shit, I'm stepping in harder this year. Yeah, bear repping in harder this year. Watch me as I gravitate. Ha 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 ha. Yo, we gon' ghost town, this Motown with your sound. You in the blink, gon' bite the dust, can't fight with us. With your sound, you kill the ink, so don't stop, get it, until you chat ahead and watch the way I navigate. Ha 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 ha. Windmill, windmill for the land, I'm forever hand in hand. Take it all out on your stride, it is taking, falling down. Love forever, love is free, let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the land, is everybody in. Don't stop, get it, deep high captains in it.
Recognize my voice? You might not, huh? This is the Money Man, Eddie Money, with my good buddy Magic Matt right here. Outlaw Radio. Let me do it again. Are you an outlaw? I'm an outlaw, huh? My probation officer loves me. This is Money Man, my good buddy Matt right here on Outlaw Radio. Stick 'em up, motherfucker.
Yeah, in answer to your question, why are all of Matt's celebrity friends dead? There really is no answer except all my celebrity friends are dead, including but not limited to the great Eddie Money.
Yeah.
God bless him. So, minding my own business, next hour I will tell you about John Candy and my lunch with the great John Candy, and I'll give you some tidbits that I never shared with you before. There's a great little bio on John on
Netflix, I believe.
It's one of those.
You mentioned it?
I am not mentioned in it. No, Ralph. But yet I'm still going to recount my story having lunch.
Ralph might be literally the best button pusher ever.
Oh, he is.
Oh, no.
Number one.
There's no doubt.
Nobody's better than my boy from the Bronx.
He's number one.
So here's the setting. I'm doing Afternoon Drive in 1990 at KISS FM here in Los Angeles. Number one radio station here in town, especially in my, not one to boast, but in my time, my day part.
Did they mention you?
What?
No, nothing.
And Ellen Kay and I are a thing, and we're keeping it quiet and so on. And there was a movie premiere, and I forget the movie, it doesn't matter. And so we are planning on heading to this movie together. She calls me the day before, and she says, Rick is making me come to the movie premiere with him in his limo.
Making me.
But by the way, she is the sidekick to Rick Dees. Now,
I get it.
Now, if I would have thought that through, it's like politically, yes, you have to do that. But instead, I'm a little 12-year-old, and so I happen to have a meeting regarding a TV show that a big production company wants me to star in and host, and we have a great meeting. Well, the assistant, a fine-looking gal, I decide, because I'm pissed about this, because I'm a punk, I'm a little 12-year-old punk, I decide to invite her to the movie premiere the following day.
I'll show you.
With me. So I took her to the movie premiere, which obviously hurt Ellen Kay's feelings. And when I look back at this, and she was so cool about it, but as a woman will do, it's one of those, what's wrong? There's nothing wrong.
She never forgets.
And there's a lot wrong, but she knows how to work it, and she never mentioned it, but I knew that's why our relationship went down the tubes. So I sort of blame it on me. And by the way, what, rookie?
Rick Dees.
Oh, Rick Dees.
Well, that was just a political move by her.
No. She was right. She was right in what she did. She is the morning co-host, and she needed to be at that premiere with Dees. I, being, the afternoon star, thinking, screw this. Wrong. I was wrong.
You're jealous.
She was right. And I wasn't jealous. I was
call it?
pissed. I was pissed about it. I wasn't
a little jealousy there, Ralph?
I'm trying to sit.
How would I be jealous?
How did that hurt you in getting the TV show?
Well, thank you for asking. So the assistant,
There we go.
I sort of ignored her during the premiere, and we never consummated because, I can't believe I'm going to admit this. I wasn't that interested in her. I only did that to get under Ellen Kay's skin. That's using a female. This is why I'm paying after all these years. This is why I'm paying for my nasty behavior. This was a one-off, but I'm admitting. Is that Ellen Kay chiming in, or what are you doing there? See, that's nasty. that is okay. Enough of that. The bottom line here is it is totally my fault. And so what went on from that point on, I never really looked back and blamed it on me. I thought it was her. So I admit it. I was an ass. And then, because I was sort of rude to the assistant of this big Hollywood muckety-muck, nothing ever happened. You know how it happens in Hollywood, man.
I would have closed the deal.
Yeah, but I was so torn. I was in love with Ellen, and we were
TV show.
We were an item. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Wanna buy a new car, but the price ain't right. Ain't that cold? Be a damn sight cheaper. Yes, it do. Start riding the bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Poor baby, they know what that stuff is. Rent's gone up higher. Yes, Yes, it is. Got the parents lying. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover, yes it will. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Good dog. Listen, got to go to a disco. Throw your troubles away. Dance to the music that the DJ plays. Well, all right. And then the lights come on. Yeah. Like you knew they would. That cold. Gone home and face the music. That don't sound too good. Let that go. Listen. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. It'll make you wanna run for cover, yeah. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover, yes it will. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Say it's a real motherfucker. Oh, get out of here! Goodness. Too cold. Cold-blooded, I'm telling you the truth. Let me stop here at this gas station. Give me 3 gallons of low lead. I'm full, nothing else. I better stop and give me 2 hot dogs and a strawberry soda. It's a real motherfucker. Yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Yeah. It's a real motherfucker. Yeah.
doohickey, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time! Our main event! Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Sean Young on Outlaw Radio.
Hey, this is Shelley Berman on Outlaw Radio. Listen, come on, listen to me or listen to Matt. If you like being bored, it's great for you.
It's Robert Hayes. I'm here on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, a.k.a. The Weasel. We are here to drink. We're here to smoke. We're here to interrupt. You may drink. You may smoke. You may interrupt. But I'm here to...
Live from the Lighten Up Lounge, this is Dom DeLuise saying, this is Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Chuck Woolery at Lighten Up Lounge on Outlaw Radio. Lots of fun, guys. Be back, 2 and 2.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio, where we smoke, we drink, and occasionally we bother people who look old and weak.
Hi, this is Rick Dees with Magic Matt, a.k.a. Mr. Cigar, in the Lighten Up Lounge. We drink, we smoke, we interrupt.
Welcome back, my friends and friendlies. Welcome back, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and the finest stations throughout the nation. What's up, Green Bay? Oh, my Wisconsinites, man. The greatest in the universe. One day I'd like to visit that fair state. I look forward to it. If I only didn't have to take 3 different planes to get there. It's really a pain. I mean, to get from L.A. to Wisconsin, or at least Wausau, it's not easy. No. It's not easy. As Linda Ronstadt has said so many years ago, it's not easy. Yeah, Mart?
I kind of miss the bacon. That's one thing we haven't had in a while. I mean, we did get a couple treats here and there, but the bacon.
Okay, this is not about
stop begging.
This is not about begging Tony and Beth for food items.
I love them.
I was simply from my heart thanking them for that beautiful rain jacket.
But you got to admit,
because it came in handy. I'm ignoring you now, Mark. I've had enough of this. Now let me get to this John Candy meeting so many years ago. 1988.
Was it a lunch?
New York City. It was a lunch.
Did you have a BLT? Was there bacon involved?
No, did not have a BLT. And if I had known Tony and Beth from Wausau back then, they would have sent me some bacon. I could have made my own in the kitchen.
For you and John.
They were kids in '87.
Of this, look. So was I. This luxurious restaurant.
I was 12.
So this is what happened. Program director from the competing radio station that I had agreed to move from Z100 to WPLJ, but only verbally. It was a handshake deal. A buddy of mine, he hired me in Seattle when he was a program director at KNBQ, and I was 16 and a half years old doing afternoon drive in the Seattle market. And he had moved up the ranks, and he's done very well for himself. Gary Bryan, who does a morning show here in Los Angeles on K-Earth 101. Good morning to you. Good. Here's some Earth, Wind & Fire and some Elvis, because we're oldie station. Good morning and good afternoon. That's not the way. That's not the way.
He doesn't talk.
No,
like
Gary
that.
Bryan has never talked like that. That's why he still has a great morning gig.
Is that raspy chick
here in Los Angeles?
The raspy voice girl?
Don't get me started with her.
Okay.
Oh, what a woke nut! Oh. Even though Lisa Stanley did help me with my Ellen K fandango.
Everything goes back to Ellen.
And
by the way, that was very brave of you to talk about that story about blowing it with the assistant and Ellen K.
Yeah.
And you probably learned from that and never hurt your career after that any other way.
You know, Ralph, I know. Hey,
shots fired.
Hey, Ralph from the Bronx. I know I act like I like you, but I must tell you, I've never liked you. I have never been a fan.
I can't believe you let him back here, Matt.
He's the biggest a-hole on the planet.
No. If it's shooting yourself in the foot, 101, I will teach you. I will teach you how to do it. Here's the problem. I'm not justifying any of this, but I'll tell you what it is. It's garnering too much success at a very young age, very quickly, and making an ass load of money. I'm telling you.
And then getting married and throwing it all away.
Actually, I have a serious question. You said you were hired at 16 and a half to do
afternoon drive at KNBQ.
Were there like child labor laws or anything? Did your dad have to sign a paper or something?
No, that was the Gong Show when I was only 15 and a half, and child labor laws in California, because of child labor laws, they wanted me on the Gong Show. They had a rehearsal set up with me and my 92nd act. I would do a salt pour and dancing cane and all that. And by the way, it was Chuck Barris' daughter who auditioned me, the late Bella, and she went through some hell. And because of her death, her dad was never quite the same. The great Chuck, and I do mean the great Chuck Barris, brilliant game show guy.
Absolutely.
And so I auditioned. They want me on the show. I'm thrilled. And I called. And they said, okay, we need to talk to your parents because you're underage because of California child labor laws. All your grades must be at least C or D and above.
How did you manage that when you never went to school?
You can have
Hold on, Dave.
You can have. Let me get through the story, Dave.
Well,
okay,
I don't want to ask you after you skipped over the fact that it was C or D average.
You think he might get there?
Okay.
So I was in school at the time, and during that time, they called my father, and my father said, "Well, no, he's got an F in science."
Thanks, Dad.
And so, yeah, thanks a lot, Dad.
No audition.
And so, no, the audition was done, Mart. I was booked on the show, and because of that and child labor laws, I couldn't do the show. Now, and I've mentioned this part before. The only reason I wanted to do the show was to meet Chuck Barris because I had some game show ideas I wanted to share with him, and I really love the guy. So fast forward now, 1988 in New York City, and I am invited to lunch by Gary Bryan, the program director on the competing radio station WPLJ, at one of the most beautiful, one of my favorite restaurants, no longer there, in Midtown Manhattan, 21.
Oh my God!
Did you love that place, Ralph?
It is iconic.
It was the greatest.
Yep.
With those
my next door neighbor was the bartender there.
Oh.
Mario Bordini was the bartender there. And by the way, a bartender put three kids through college.
Yeah, yes, because it was a lot of cash, and it was a spendy joint. I mean, even back then, went out of business because of the flu. Right, a few years ago. I'm not going to say the word. I don't want to be banned, but because of the flu, they went out. This gorgeous place went out of business, and that's a dirty, rotten shame. So Gary invites me to lunch with. He said, "I think there's someone you like. You've mentioned that you like the guy, John Candy." Okay. I'm saying, "Yeah, how beautiful is this?" So I show up and I walk in, and it's Gary. And then who lumbers in because he's 6'4", maybe 6'6", just a mountain of a man. John Candy with his smile on his face. Gary introduces himself, introduces me, and I looked at him and I said, "Mr. Candy, how about a little decorum?" And so he pauses, and he says, Did you say decorum? He said that big word coming out of that little mouth, and he pinches my cheeks.
Decorum.
Which goes back to a movie called Going Berserk.
Yes, what a great
movie. It's a terrible movie.
One of my favorite scenes.
It's a terrible movie, but it's a funny stinking movie. There are funny effing scenes.
I guess you forget about a little movie called Kung Fu You.
It's filled with funny scenes.
Yeah. So he did that to you?
So we hit it off, and we find a table at 21, and we're sitting there, and I'm pinching myself because the great John Candy, and I grew up with SCTV, and I just love the guy, and to the point where I had him autograph the tablecloth,
right.
And like a fool, I gave it to my youngest brother, Michael. And that thing would be worth some money today.
He still got it.
And I'd never sell it, but I'd have it hanging up here in the bar.
He's got it folded up in his drawer. He showed it to me.
Just FYI, John Candy, 6'2", at his heaviest 375.
Wow. I'll tell you what, man.
That's a mountain
I'm
of-
6'1". He lumbered. I mean, he lumbered.
Well, he's twice you.
Yeah. He was there. He was a mountain of a man. So he signs the tablecloth. This is at the end of lunch. But during lunch, the man changed my life. But we're talking about various things and so on. And he's eating a soft shell crab.
Oh.
And it seems like I'm looking at this plate and it looks like, little spiders that have been deep fried, and I'm grossed out by this. And I look, he said, hey, you ever have soft shell crab? I said, I've never had soft shell crab. I must tell you, always being the outspoken idiot that I am, I said, it looks really gross. He said, it's not gross. Why do you think I ordered it? That's why I ordered it, because I really like soft shell crab. He said, you really should try soft shell crab. I said, I have no interest in, before I could get the next word out, he sticks a fork with soft shell crab in my mouth. And I chew it, and that day I became the biggest soft shell crab fan of all time.
Now, mind you, a soft shell crab, you eat the shell and everything.
Yes, and
That's why it's called soft shell.
it is absolutely
That's exactly why it's called.
delicious.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it
You
is.
give a soft
Yeah,
shell,
no, it's called
you shell
soft-
peel it.
No,
You don't
no,
eat the shell at
no.
all, Ralph. That's
It's-
not why, dumbass.
Yes,
Marty, yes, it is why.
Yes, it
yes,
is.
it is why.
No, it's not why
yes,
it's
it is
named
why.
that.
Yes, it is.
Oh, so,
yes,
no.
because
think
the
about this for a minute,
no,
folks.
because the shell is
Soft. So that means it's soft,
That's-
therefore you must eat the shell.
No, that's why it's called soft shell
because
crab.
the shell's
because
soft.
the shell is
not
soft.
because you're forced to eat it.
You're not
with a
forced
shell.
to,
No,
but
no,
you
no.
can
You
eat
can.
it.
No. If you're going to order soft shell crab, you eat the shell.
And I
period.
tried it, and it
Period.
sucked
You eat.
me.
You know what? John Candy would never go to lunch. with
Never, ever. No, John Candy is rolling in his
Dead now.
grave.
Oh.
And by the way, even in his casket, he is putting pins in little Mark dolls.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the soft shell crabs are rolling
You're at
around.
Mark
Yeah.
and Mark dolls.
He can't stand you. So soft shell crab, I took another bite. I said, may I have another bite of that? Gave me another bite. I fell in love with soft shell crab. And
It's
since
delicious.
then, if it's ever on a menu, I order soft shell, to the point where a few years ago, I'm at Trader Joe's, and that was way before the flu epidemic. I haven't been to a Trader Joe's since then. But they had it in the freezer section. I even bought a package of soft shell crab and cooked it in, I think, the microwave, or maybe I pan-fried it. But I adore soft shell crab. I would never know the delights of eating soft shell crab if it weren't for the great funny man, John Candy, who had absolute love in his heart. So at the end of our meal, the maitre d' comes over and says, would you like to see what we did back in Prohibition in the 21? And we both say, yes. And Gary is, well, yeah, I believe so. K-Earth 101.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, sir. Good afternoon to you. WABC. And so they took us downstairs, 2 flights of stairs, to this secret door, and the door was the entrance from the street, from underneath the street, from a joint from across the street, where folks used to come in, and in that door was this room which was like a miniature nightclub with a bar.
That's
and
cool.
they never messed with it, and it was just classic New York.
Kind of a speakeasy?
Yeah, no, a speakeasy.
it was a speakeasy.
100%
Okay.
speakeasy.
Why was it a speakeasy?
Hey, yeah.
Because they didn't talk very loud.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Finally, the right definition.
Yeah. It was a soft shell crab speakeasy.
Okay.
Why did they call it that? Because you were
Whisper.
mandated to eat the shell
And whisper.
in the speakeasy while you're consuming soft shell crab.
What year was this?
1988.
So the bartender I was telling you about, Mario Bardini, his daughter was on that new age station out on Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
Her radio name was Janet's Planets.
You mean Janet from Another Planet? Or
No, that was her name. Janet Planets. She had big boobs.
Oh, okay.
Janet's Planets.
Oh, nice.
What was it? LAR?
Yeah.
LAR was a new
Yeah,
age
on the
station.
island.
The reason it's called soft shell crab is because it's caught just after the molt.
Yes, I know.
The crab molts.
Yes.
And the shell hasn't hardened.
I'm aware of that.
Yes.
Thank you.
But because you can eat the shell.
Because the shell is soft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mark, please go back
Thank
to
you, Mark.
bronchitis. Go back to
Thank you.
bronchitis.
You know what? When the three of us here were awake and arguing with Marty,
thank
and you
you,
were
Mark.
sleeping, you may have caught on to this.
Thank you, Mark. Because you guys are all wrong. So thank you, Mark.
So anyway, what a
Mark just proved our point.
What a beautiful couple hours with the great John Candy, who passed away within a couple years, I guess, after that.
Lobster tails.
Very sad.
And that's because
He choked on the crab.
What he did was he ate and he ate and he ate and he drank and he drank and ate himself to death.
In the high desert somewhere.
But he wasn't on a toilet after eating 6 pounds of bacon.
And?
I'm just saying.
No, but you had a bunch of those fat guys. You had Candy, you had Belushi, you had Farley.
Right.
All of those guys.
Yeah, but the difference, as I see it, because John Candy, and Farley, I think was I met Farley at a party here in Hollywood. Seemed to be an absolute sweetheart. The guy was strung out on who knows, was it cocaine? I don't know, but a bunch of drugs and so on, and then Belushi, of course, big coke addict.
Coke and heroin at the same time.
Yeah, you don't.
What do they call that? Eight ball.
Speedball.
8 ball.
You just
Speedball.
you don't do that. Candy was not that guy.
No, but he was a big drinker, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he wasn't a drug user, but he was an eater even more than being a drinker. But with, I understand it, with the 3 chickens in one sitting and caviar and lobster, he would suck down bottles of champagne as well.
Right. He was on the set of that movie, the last movie he was doing in the desert.
Wagons West or Wagons Way with Richard, his name?
In his trailer, it's what I heard, he had they said canned lobster tails.
Yeah.
Lobster tails.
My favorite Candy movie is Uncle Buck.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, Uncle Buck was, if I recall right, Uncle Buck was written for him.
Yes.
By not Chris, was it Christopher Columbus?
Christopher Columbus.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it was John Hughes. Wasn't it?
John Hughes. He did more. He did more John Hughes movies than anyone else, and I thought that his time was yet to come to really show you what this guy could do, because I knew he could be dramatic as well. This man had it all going on.
Yeah.
And another guy taken from us in his 30s, for God's sakes. Way too young to die. But my memory of him was a beautiful man. And no, I was not in the documentary. Although while I'm watching it, Ralph, I'm thinking, I could have shed a little light on
Have you watched it?
man.
You've watched it, Matt?
Yeah.
How many episodes?
It's just one.
One big, okay.
You were in the Scott Shannon documentary.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
You never saw it?
No.
No, I saw just the important parts.
How did you not see the Scott Shannon documentary?
I still have yet to watch this thing.
You are featured prominently.
Okay, it's called From Worst to First, the Z100 story, and I get it's free now because I think it's running on YouTube for free.
It's free on Netflix, but you are featured prominently.
Mark, is he featured prominently?
He should be.
So is he? You've seen it.
Whatever.
Right next to he's standing right next to Madonna, right there in the middle of New York City.
Okay, this is what I heard, and maybe this is one of the reasons why I'm not watching this damn thing. This is what I heard.
Who's that guy with Madonna?
I heard that there was no explanation why I was on stage with Madonna, and it wasn't Scott Shannon. But they interviewed Scott, talking about Scott going up on stage in this movie, and so I'm supposed to be up there with Madonna. He never said that he chickened out and pushed me up there instead, which I think is a fantastic story, because they have been promoting him in the New York Times and throughout the weeks on radio. Joined Scott Shannon and Madonna live on stage. Last minute, Scott says, "Man, I just can't do it." I say, "Yeah." He says, "You know what you're doing on stage. Get up there and do this." I said, "Okay." But as I understand it, there is no explanation in the movie as to the fact that Scott was never up there on stage. They showed, I guess, a brief clip of me up there with Madonna, but no explanation. And it's like, if they're not, and maybe I'm being told, untruths here, but I don't know why these folks would lie to me that have seen the movie.
No, they didn't explain it. I was unsure why you were up there as well.
Is that right? Is that right? Yeah, no. See? I'm the one who did the damn interview.
You remember
in front of thousands of people in Times
But they
Square.
have you speaking.
They do?
Yes.
What does that
So how does
indicate
that
have prominently?
How does that explain that I'm up there on stage and Scott
They
Shannon
don't
is
explain
not?
why it's you.
But
you're speaking.
Wouldn't you have found that an interesting story in the movie?
I would love the backstory on Magic Matt and the whole Z100.
I mean,
crowd.
what the hell, Scott, man? Your ego got in the way that it would make you look good, that you're a human being, and that you're afraid
There's
to get
another
up.
scene of you
Yeah,
in
but
Scott's
Matt, you got
office
to
with
understand,
Scott.
Matt, that Scott Shadow, although he was great, was a shadow to you.
What?
He wasn't as big as you were.
What?
I don't think.
No, the Morning Zoo had huge ratings.
Yeah. But-
had huge ratings.
Okay.
Yeah, and no, that's
As an on-air personality, yeah, Matt was bigger.
that had
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But that had nothing to do with it. It had everything to do with the fact that Scott was and is a shy guy.
Do you remember what Madonna smelled like next to you, standing next to you? I mean,
She
you
smelled
remember-
good. I know she smelled
Okay.
good. She was a midget, you know. She was,
Right.
yeah. She stands about 3'11". I mean, she's, that's what a lot of people do. You know, Deborah Harry, also 5'4". Doesn't she look like a mountain of a woman on stage? 5'4". That's why all these leading actors.
And there was a scene with you in his office.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
What was I doing?
It was a quick cutaway.
Well, Scott effed you in this movie. Sounds like to me. I don't know.
Although Matt was featured prominently.
I should not have agreed to have any part of this. As
Did
it
you have
turned
to sign
out.
it?
So wait, you
Did you have to
agreed,
sign a
you
waiver?
agreed to do it, and then you still haven't seen it? That's funny.
No,
that's
I haven't.
That's
No.
pretty funny.
Did you have to sign a waiver?
I don't like to watch. Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna go watch it right now.
I don't like to watch myself on camera. I don't watch any of these shows we do.
How about Category 5?
I saw
Only the part with him and Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. By the way, no, I like that movie because I looked really good in Category 5 with Burt Reynolds.
You did look good. And what I like about it, the only season I've seen is the voiceovers.
There is no season. It was a
no
movie.
scene.
Oh.
The voiceovers because it was in Europe or wherever.
Oh,
the
yeah,
hell.
yeah.
So they used some foreign voiceover
Yeah.
in a different language. So Matt's talking is like an old Japanese.
no.
like an old Godzilla movie.
By the way, I don't know if
They looped my voice in French.
Yeah.
You were in New York in the prime era of New York radio,
Yeah.
especially AOR. How did you not get on MTV?
AOR.
He wasn't AOR.
I wasn't
No,
AOR.
in New York.
By the
AOR
way,
was-
my
was
friends,
everything.
AOR is album-oriented
And New
rock.
York owned that market.
Well,
And so all those people from AOR got on MTV.
oh, you're talking about those,
Oh, yeah.
those real talented MTV VJs?
Right.
Oh, they were the
How
best.
did you not get on MTV?
I was on VH1. I had my own show on
Oh, I
VH1.
didn't have that.
You did?
Him and Rosie O'Donnell.
No. And P.S. I was on MTV. I sawed Adam Curry in half and then cut off his head for
Really?
Halloween. Yeah.
Adam Curry.
Yeah, I was there.
Matt.
Did you saw
And
Nina
Rosie.
Blackwood? Did you hit Nina
Oh, you know what?
Blackwood?
By the way-
I bet you don't know this.
By the way, I was-
He could have been on Talk Soup.
Yes, yes.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, another yes.
Yes.
Another
Ralph
shooting.
brings up a positive.
Another shooting myself in the foot. Yeah, oh yeah, like a friggin' idiot. Listen,
Is this more button pushing?
back to Nina Blackwood. I was in Japan with Nina Blackwood.
You introduced me to Nina.
I was in Japan.
She was pretty hot.
And also,
She was very hot.
Who was the little one? Who was the little tiny?
Martha Quinn.
Yeah.
Martha Quinn.
Oh yeah, little
Yes,
spinner.
yes.
Martha Quinn, I ran into at a now defunct dive bar in Malibu, the only dive bar in Malibu. It was a great joint up the street from where Johnny Carson
Yes.
lived. And I played pool with Martha Quinn.
Oh,
Good
wow.
little gal. By the way, Nina Blackwood, a real sweetheart of a gal. And then, the other two dudes who I don't know if I ever met them. Oh, downtown Julie Brown wanted
That's
to
right.
get it on. Oh, yeah.
Oh, she was hot.
Adam Curry?
No, Adam Curry did not want to get it on. He was just a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we are going to break, though. I can tell you that
that's the
right this
story.
second. When we return, King of Country campaign petition to replace Bad Bunny with George Strait in the Super Bowl halftime show passes 41,000 signatures. That would be the right thing to do, would it not?
Yes.
Yes, we'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X. Follow us, subscribe to us. Do whatever makes you feel good.
Thumbs up.
All right, do that as well.
Passive Aggressive has a new home. You're listening to Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
It's Outlaw Radio time!
In a few minutes, I will jump into the world of Katie Porter. She wants to be our governor here in California, my friends.
Just saying there was a shot.
Did you see Bette Midler on Colbert? Did you? Oh, boy, that was sickening. I'll play you a little clip from that in just a couple minutes. Hey, do you remember where you were? I'll start with Ralph Odierna, since he's in my line of sight here in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar here in the hills of the San Fernando Valley, spitting distance from Hollywood, Cali. Do you remember where you were during the 1989 earthquake that hit San Francisco but rocked L.A. like a son bitch as well?
Yes, I was still in New York City.
Oh, you were? Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I was. I left a couple of weeks after the earthquake to come out to California. I was still in New York City in '89.
Did you have any trepidation because of the earthquake, though?
No, I was like not Forrest Gump. What was that movie with Robin Williams when the plane flies into his house? World According to Garp.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, it'll never happen again.
Yeah.
I was in San
Mark,
Francisco.
turn up his mic.
It's up.
I was in San Francisco.
Yeah.
for my brother's
Stop
wedding.
saying it's up and just give me some trim when I ask, please, Dave.
Give him some trim. I've said that forever. Give me some trim.
Just give me some trim. Give me a little trim.
Would you give the boy some trim for the love of God?
Now it sounds.
That's a Chris Farley.
Now it sounds like you turned up your microphone and not Mark C.G. Boyer's.
I turned my voice
So
up.
we were up for my brother's
Yes.
wedding, and family members went to the World Series game when they were in the stadium when the earthquake.
You're talking
hit.
about it in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that
was right for the World Series was going on.
yeah. So, but you were where?
I was.
You were
we
in-
were in San Mateo.
You were naked in your condominium eating
we were in
Cheetos.
San Mateo.
Batman suit.
And so who is San
He had
Mateo?
Cheetos and spaghetti
Right
hanging
by
out of
the
his mouth and on the
by
pool
us.
table.
No, I said who
San
is San
Francisco
Mateo?
International.
So thanks for asking me, and I'll tell you where I was.
Nobody asked you.
Hey, Mart.
It's not there yet,
I'm
Mark.
going. Yeah.
And what are you doing?
What is the chip on your
There's
shoulder?
there's no chill. I was actually joking around when I said
No,
that.
you weren't.
Absolutely 100% of my son.
Hold on a second. Do you want to know where I was, Matt?
100%.
Yes, I do.
100% I was
Yes, Dave?
joking.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was in bed. My dad was a teacher at the high school, and he
Which
got
high
the
school?
call, Beverly Hills High School.
Oh, you went to Beverly Hills High School.
Okay, slow it down. And what?
And he got the call that school was closed down, and we felt it, and he got us all out of the house, and we just waited.
Okay, hold on, everyone.
These Beverly Hills kids are so
I believe an important question. What is Tattoo Dave doing in bed in the afternoon during this earthquake?
Beverly Hills kids take naps.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Why are you in bed in 1989 during this earthquake that happened in the afternoon?
I don't believe it happened in the afternoon.
Okay.
3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a day game.
It was, yes, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I remember it being woken up saying we're not going to school.
So hold on a second. So this is after school, and you were in bed.
Nap time.
And it was right. Nappy nap?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All right. Anyway, where was Marty?
It was 5:04.
I'm not going to tell you now. No.
okay, my brother Mark,
I was-
where were you in 1989 during the earthquake?
30 miles north of Seattle, a place called Everett.
All right, so it didn't affect you in any way, shape, or form.
Not at all.
Nope.
Let's move on to the 94 earthquake.
I will tell you, when it becomes your show, Dave,
Then we can move on to 94.
then you can make it entertaining like that. But instead, I'm going to stick with the topic at hand, which is the 1989 earthquake.
Where were you, Matt?
That was a mother in San Francisco, but it was also big as hell here. I was minding my own business last night, as YouTube does. All of a sudden, there's a YouTube clip about the 89 earthquake and what went down, and the announcers there in San Francisco, and how everything went black, and then it came back, and then the Bay Bridge, buckled, and it was so ugly. And it brought me back to that earthquake. I was on the air at the time. And 1989 is when I began my stint, or late part of 88, here at KISS FM in Los Angeles. And minding my own business, and I believe it was like 4-ish in the afternoon.
It was 5:15.
Okay, that sounds right. Minding my own business, afternoon drive, all of a sudden, boom, I feel this jolt. And then, so jolt, schmolt, I'm fine. Everything's cool. Seconds later, the first Interstate Bank building at Sunset and Vine on the 11th floor, where I was casting my program that afternoon, started swaying back and forth and back and forth. And I thought to myself, is this normal? And all of a sudden, Tony, one of the engineers, opens up the control room door, says, "Matt, we're having an earthquake." I said, I think you're right. He said, "You should get the hell out of here." I said, this I've never smartened up, by the way. I said, I got a show to do. and
Wow.
it's swaying, and to the point where you, honest to God, you feel like the entire building is going to fall
on you.
No, over.
Yeah.
And I just had a nightmare, but it was somehow I was in New York at the time in this dream of mine a few days ago, and then all of a sudden this thing comes on, and and where it was obviously not the First Interstate Bank building in my dream, but the entire thing did topple over. Somehow I lived. This thing, if you've ever, because the building was on rollers.
Right.
They build these buildings. I don't know if you know this, for those of you not in Southern California, they build these damn things on giant rollers.
Well, in Japan,
so they move.
Yes.
I mean, what the hell is that?
I think it's China or Japan. They have springs. Their foundation has huge springs and rollers, so it bounces and it sways.
It was frightening as hell, and it lasted for about a little over a minute. I can only imagine what it must have felt like in San Francisco, being that it was huge here.
horrible.
So you felt it as well. You were in San Mateo.
I
you
was
said?
in San Mateo, and it threw me off the couch.
Oh, that must have been a big earthquake.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Cheetos flying through the air. Oh, yeah.
My brother's apartment was shambles.
Big bag of Lay's potato chips just crushed.
Oreo cookies just floating in the,
Yeah.
So did you cut to rock and roll all night, party every day?
I did not, but I did open the microphone to talk about it. I would love to hear that. Somewhere that air check
You
exists.
invented talk radio.
I did. How about that? Yeah. In the top 40
Damn that Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it's true, man. Well, by the way, I not one to boast. I was before Joe Rogan.
Oh,
Of course you were. Of course you were.
Podcast wise, and I deserve what I get. He deserves the millions. I deserve bupkis, and that's exactly. But I at least I know that I started this medium. You know, that and an effing subway token and a building.
Will not even buy you a cup of coffee.
And a building at Sunset and Vine moving back and forth. And, you know, and I think back, it's like, okay, leaving the studio, what is that going to do for me? Because at that point, you know, you're screwed either way. You're not taking the elevator, and 11 floors is quite a to travail those stairs.
While it's moving.
A serious question, because they check ratings hourly in radio back then.
No, they don't. They only check day parts.
So did you get a bump in ratings when you opened the mic to talk radio at that time?
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm being serious.
No, because you can't check a day.
Oh, you can't?
The rating, no. Back then, you know, they may be able to do such a thing today because what they use back then, it was Arbitron. And they were diaries that were filled out by folks that sent randomly these diaries. They'd fill out supposedly when they were listening.
So weekly
and then,
or monthly?
And then send the diaries back. Oh. All that has changed over the last 10 years. They use what is called a people meter, which would seem to be more effective because it's simply a real device that, you know, much like on your phone, you can figure out what song is playing by holding it up to the speaker of whatever's playing.
Right. SoundCloud.
Yeah. Well, this works the same way. It'll tell instantly what radio station is on in the background.
Yeah. I get it.
So, you know, it's more effective. However, the way radio worked back then is we tailored all our programming to the Arbitron rating system. So it was important to get quarter hours. It gets all mathematical and so on, but you'd want to load all your commercials in the back end of the hour. All of that has changed to the point where radio stations truly, when it comes to ratings, they don't have to identify themselves anymore because the people meter will tell the folks at, and I think it's still Arbitron that is still running the show with that people meter, but it will tell Arbitron what station they're listening to. So back then, it was very important to identify what radio station you were on. And then we knew the sweeps and the most important ratings time of the year, so that's when we load all the big contests and give away the 10 Miatas or whatever the hell it was. But all that has changed, man. All that. I mean, it's a completely different business now. And I do hearken back to the old days. I was, you know, and a friend of mine, Eric Chase, who is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, afternoon top 40 guy
outside of you
on the planet. No, even just perfection on KFRC in San Francisco. Eric Chase was my program director twice. And
It's too late for that, Ralph.
And Eric Chase, when I was just a baby DJ, 17 years old at KJR in Seattle, you know, he used to give me a head rub and said, "You're the future, my boy. You're the future of Top 40." Because I was that young coming into it. Well, that sort of the genre was dying. But at least I was there through the 80s. 90s, sort of screwed. But I was there, the last part of great Top 40 radio. And now it's non-existent. It's cookie cutter now. Yeah. It's so corporate. You will hear one radio station in one town, with the exception, and I'm telling you this from my heart, my boys and gals in Wisconsin, it's still a mom and pop radio company. They own about 100 radio stations, and they let their program directors do their thing and build great radio stations around their communities.
Jack FM screwed all that up.
Well, I tell you,
I like Jack.
I will tell you. No, you mean for radio personalities?
Right. Yeah. No DJs.
Yeah. No DJs. And I will tell you once again from my heart, it's like, oh my God, that sucks. You know, you're going to put us out of a gig. However, that Jack format,
one voiceover guy, that's it,
is so brilliantly conceived. And the writing on that, brilliant writing for the voiceover dude who sounded an awful lot like our dead buddy, Jack Riley, who played Mr. Carlin from the Bob Newhart show. Same effing voice. He could have done those things.
Oh, yeah.
And same voice as the Jack in the Box guy. You know, and
the shed
but there's a Jack FM, and they'll call it whatever. They'll call it Ace FM, or they'll call it whatever. But it's no DJs, and there's room for one of those stations in each radio market. And I thought it turned out to be a real smart thing. And they don't have to pay us stupid disc jockeys. You know, as Scott Shannon would say, "Yeah, another dumb DJ coming through my door." So it was. I have no problem with the Jack format. It was. I like it. And P.S. Here's another thing. So, oh God, as to think I haven't boasted enough, that format, with the exception of the funny, witty, liners and so on that the voiceover dude reads between the songs, that's my format. My format, which I presented to Steve Rivers, one of the big program directors. He was my program director. I went through about 4 at KISS FM. I presented that concept to him where I said, we play anything we want. And I said, we'll go from a great Queen song from the 70s to something in the 90s to something in the 80s. We will play, and it will fit because of the context of whatever songs we're playing. If they're cool songs, and we target men,
it opens up the demographic.
We target men. What it does is we go against the album-orientated rock stations with this sort of funky hybrid of new wave meets classic rock, so you can play AC/DC and you can play The Cure, real male appeal stuff. And Rivers didn't buy it, should have bought it, could have put this thing on the map before Jack. That's my story, sticking to it. All right, a lot to get to, including the King of Country campaign to replace Bad Bunny. I will get to that. And by the way, what a perfect idea to have George Strait do the halftime show. I've always been a fan of George Strait.
Wow, that would be awesome.
Yeah, right? Would that not be the
awesome.
best? Yeah.
King of Country.
Yeah, we'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, on YouTube, on Rumble, and the finest stations in America.
Wanna buy a new car, but the price ain't right. Ain't that gold? Be a downside cheaper, yes I do. Started riding the bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Poor baby, they know what that stuff is. The rent's gone up higher. Yes, it is. Got the parents lying. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover, yes it will. And if you look, you will motherfucker. Good dog. Listen, got to go to a disco. Throw your troubles away. Dance to the music that the DJ plays. Well, all right. And then the lights come on. Yeah. Like you knew they would. That cold. Gone home and face the music. That don't sound too good. Let that go. Listen. Love is a real motherfucker. It'll make you wanna run for cover, yeah. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Love is a real motherfucker, yeah. Oh.
This is Outlaw Radio.
All righty, my friends, my friendlies. Katie Porter wants to be the governor of California, and old Bette Midler, that old scallywag on Colbert. I'll play you that little clip. Talk about a butt cringer. Oh, man, this is ugly. Nasty, nasty. A couple nasty folks on one television show. But first, we'll get to that next hour. And some more personal details. It's almost my eulogy. It's better to have a eulogy, I think, while you're alive. I've been saying that about my father. Let's have a eulogy while he's alive.
An onion.
You should have. Okay. Once again. I'm not going to explain it. Okay. You're making it hard on me here, Ralph. No, I'm not.
What else is new?
I'm not going to explain the onion bit. King of Country campaign petition to replace Bad Bunny with George Strait in the Super Bowl halftime. We're up to 41,000 signatures, and since I'm reading it right this second, we've surpassed that. A campaign urging the NFL to replace Puerto Rican artist Bad Bunny with country legend George Strait for the 26th Super Bowl halftime show is intensifying. With a debate over the league's entertainment choices, the Change.org petition titled Replace Bad Bunny. I thought Change.org was a lefty organization.
Primarily.
Yeah.
Primarily.
So you aren't surprised by that, Ralph?
No, because if it was lefty, they'd have 2 million signatures.
Yeah.
Because it's George Strait, they only have 41,000.
Okay, so maybe they're the wrong organization behind this. Right. The petition says the annual performance should honor the cultural tapestry of America and remain family-friendly, describing Strait as a unifying figure whose music reflects the heart and soul of American music. I'm not going to deny that one iota. The petition statement calls for the National Football League to feature Strait, known as the King of Country, citing his record of over 60 #1 hits and 4 decades in the industry. Notes that his authenticity and raw emotion represent the qualities needed to bring Americans together during the Super Bowl halftime show. I think it's a great idea.
It's a great idea, but do you think it's going to happen?
No.
That's the problem.
How about Turning Point USA is also in the running for?
Yeah, but they're not going to sing.
No, but those dudes, at least you can, and dudes and dudesses, at least you can count on them to do the right thing. The campaign asserts that Bad Bunny represents none of these values, referencing his drag performances and artistic style as contrary to what families expect on football's biggest stage. Petition follows growing backlash. You know, the fact is the guy is only going to sing, or Does he sing or does he rap?
So, no, he does sing. And by the way, he says, you better learn Spanish because I'm not singing in English.
Screw you.
But the second problem, second biggest issue for me is he said, as long as Trump is president, I'm not performing in the United States.
Yeah, I remember that quote.
Until he's offered the halftime show.
Right. Where's the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The Orange Man weighed in, calling the NFL selection of Bad Bunny absolutely ridiculous during an interview with Newsmax Greg Kelly, saying he had never heard of the performer. Former NASCAR driver Danica Patrick, love that gal.
No, she's hot.
I love that gal.
She's awesome.
I think she's an honest broker.
Yes.
Yeah, I like her a lot. By the way, I think the first time she voted was this last election. I think she went on record as saying, and I just love her honesty. I appreciate it very, very much.
And she's hot.
I'd jump in the front seat with her.
Yeah, Danica Patrick,
backseat.
conservative commentary Benny Johnson, and that Benny Johnson's getting on my nerves. I know he speaks for us. He speaks
He's
the
annoying.
truth. You find him annoying as
I
well,
do.
right?
He's annoying.
Like he tries too hard, and he may not be that authentic guy.
No.
Like a Joe Rogan, authentic as hell, right?
100%.
It's funny. So we're on the same page there. But Benny and Danica Patrick, who hot.
So hot.
Yeah, and Joe Concha accused the league of being out of touch with its audience. Bad Bunny's upcoming performance will mark the first Super Bowl halftime show performed entirely in Spanish. Okay, is there anything we can do, I mean, realistically, to change this damn thing?
Yes.
Because this is wrong.
This is the NFL.
No,
Yeah.
ICE can go on stage and arrest him and deport him.
That
In
would
the
be,
middle of the halftime show.
That would be brilliant.
All right, when we return,
What?
you know Aerosmith has a brand new song, and Steven Tyler is singing great with a dude named YUNGBLUD.
Yes, sir.
I figured out their scheme. There's a scheme.
My buddy knows YUNGBLUD.
Does it go back to Run DMC?
By the way, I want you to know, speaking of authentic, when I tell you that I've discovered a scheme, this is not something I gleaned from some YouTube or
It comes from your brilliance.
This is my... Thank you, Ralph.
Oh my
Hold
God!
on.
And it gets deeper.
I like the boy from the Bronx again. We'll be this after back. Hit me now.
Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sunset and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sunset and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh!
What's up, Radio Land? Excuse me, sorry. I'm eating some crispy jalapenos that Matt happened to leave back here. And wow, they are pretty dang good. Anyway, just want to say thanks and love you and carry on.
Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot. And my band about that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh!
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
At the Lightning Buff Lounge.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
At the Lightning Lounge.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Have mercy, baby. Have a little drink of bourbon. Fine martini. Maybe a stogie or two. You found your perfect establishment known as Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. 1876, Virginia City, Nevada style dive bar. If you got the time, well, I might not be mistaken. Hit me, hot me out. Hey, Aerosmith, brand new song, man.
Love it.
Brand new song. Yeah, it's a good
Thanks
song.
for turning me on to it.
Good song.
Yeah, it's ridiculously good.
It's called Angel or Angel something.
My favorite Angel or something.
Yeah,
when
it
you
is.
turned me on to it, I watched the video. I said, oh, God, I know who that guy is, because my buddy did a photo shoot at the Viper Room all day, 12 hours.
By the way, Viper Room.
That's recently?
Viper
Yes.
Room on Sunset
Couple months ago,
Boulevard.
before the Ozzy.
In Hollywood.
Before Ozzy passed, because Matt's going to mention who it is, but he became fast friends with Ozzy and Sharon and just became
Oh, no.
part of the world.
This is one smart
This
little...
guy's going to be
This is one
huge.
smart little limey.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is YUNG
Yeah.
Blood. BLUD.
Yep.
Could you get rid of the music, please? Man, waiting.
Lead a horse to water.
Just waiting with bated breath. It's like we're talking about Aerosmith now, and then ZZ Top is still playing. I love that song.
By the way, are all the
That's
guys still alive in Aerosmith?
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the dudes from Aerosmith? Yeah, and I hope it stays that way, unlike one of the dudes from Kiss, for God's sake.
Yes.
My Only
Space
Angel.
Ace.
Or Ozzy's band.
Yeah, My Only Angel
Yeah,
from
that's what it's called.
Black Sabbath.
Aerosmith.
Steven Tyler, My Only Angel.
It's tough, I know.
Yeah, you know what? You should try this one day, Mark.
No.
No, we can't do what you do, man. You have genius.
Well, I mean, there's something to be said about that. To put up with certain things,
Oh,
it's got to be
God.
just.
Aerosmith's brand new song, My Perfect Angel, Steven Tyler. And the first time I heard it, I didn't watch the video, so I simply thought it was Steven Tyler
all him.
singing.
Yeah.
But it's Steven Tyler and YUNGBLUD, YUNGBLUD. This dude, so I watched a catalog of a bunch of his stuff. He's been around about 6-7 years. And he's had hits with certain pop stars
Overseas.
Yeah, and he's done like every sort of gamut, rock and roll to sort
All over the
of
place.
alternative to poppy stuff. He's done it all. You can tell that this guy is convicted to be a
Love
damn
it.
superstar.
Yeah.
So he cozies up to Ozzy somehow. Ozzy loves his ass.
Took him under his wing, gave him his cross off of his neck.
Right, Steven Tyler.
Oh, that's the guy.
Steven Tyler loves this guy.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching the video, and there it is, Steven and YUNGBLUD. So I know what the scheme is. In order for Aerosmith to tour, you need Steven Tyler to take into his fold and embrace the new singer. So Steven playing with YUNGBLUD, I'm telling you, YUNGBLUD will be the front man for Aerosmith because
I agree.
Because Tyler is unable to. I mean, he can't
tour.
He can do his thing in the studio, but his voice is sort of shot for touring.
I don't mean this in any particular
No,
way.
no.
Is he a black dude?
No.
Oh.
No, he's not. He's pretty incredible.
He's like a good-looking
Over the
Brit
pond.
that all the chicks the chicks love. And
yeah.
you know, I wrote down the name of his girlfriend, but and I forget it.
Okay.
She is hot as hell, and
Well,
she's also in the music business.
Yeah.
But this YUNGBLUD is on the verge of becoming a superstar, and I just wonder if when they tour and YUNGBLUD is singing for the band, if Steven will still be there.
Right.
Because Steven could pull that off as long as you have YUNGBLUD doing most of the vocals
Yeah.
and they're both on stage together.
Is it Jesse, the girl Jesse?
Ventura?
No,
that's
Jesse
a
No,
former
he was a great mayor, governor.
governor, good governor,
No matter what,
and also a wrestler, a hell of a wrestler.
No matter, I will say this. So
Yeah.
this is months back. So Rick called me and says, it's weird. I met this guy. He calls himself YUNGBLUD.
When you say Rick, you mean Rick Dees?
No, my buddy Rick.
You know,
My guitar player friend Rick.
Hey, Marty, Matt's brother.
No.
It's Rick Dees, and I got to tell you, I want you to, I want to put you on the positive tip of YUNGBLUD.
So he said, hey, I just worked with this guy all day. Had no idea who he was. He's from England. You know, he's this and that.
Oh, so he's got bad teeth.
And he said, so, man, first time he came out, what's your name, mate? Rick, hey, how you doing, man? You're going to be working with me all day, all right? So get used to it. Here's my photographer and blah. And they hung out. They took lunch. They had lunch together.
He
did
knows
everything.
what he's doing, man.
So he goes, aren't you friends with Ozzy? He goes, oh, man, mate, that was the coolest thing ever. He's just a night. Rick goes, this guy you see when you talk to him, superstar.
You do a very good English impression.
So anyway, so he.
Wow, Ralph, you're kissing booty.
And perhaps he's authentic too. So Youngblood, remember it here. You heard it here first. I believe Youngblood will be the front man for Aerosmith on their next tour because
his girlfriend is Jessie Jo Stark.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
He's the new Sammy Hagar.
She's hot. Hey, but I got to tell you,
better than Sammy.
You think
effing Ralph.
You think a band with the pedigree of Aerosmith is just simply going to kiss those touring dollars goodbye? No frickin' way. And this is their way of continuing the legacy that is Aerosmith. And by the way, after watching this Youngblood, I got no problem with it.
He's awesome.
Yeah,
he's pretty good.
Especially if it's he and
Steven on stage.
That would be great.
If you put him on separate sides of the stage.
Yeah.
And have them vocal to get,
Speaking of singers, sort of, and actresses, Bette Midler serenades Stephen Colbert with Wind Beneath My Wings spoof, sort of trashing our beautiful president, who, by last check, how many wars has he put an end to?
That would be 8.
Would that be 8? 8 wars?
8.
And so, does that include the Middle East?
Yes.
You're including?
That 8.
Yeah. And who knows what's going to happen there, but he's done a very good thing.
I'm looking at 9, maybe 10.
You think before he's through?
What a nasty guy.
Yeah, what a terrible guy.
And by the way, she's such a liar. She's such a cowboy. You have the greatest ratings.
Oh, well, let's play this, because this is, I was never a fan, and I did appreciate her because Johnny Carson, the great Johnny Carson, for some damn reason, loved this gal, Bette Midler. She of course performed a swan song for Johnny on his second to last night hosting the Tonight Show, and she'll sort of make reference to that here with Stephen Koldouche, and this was just the other night. Dig this.
Welcome back, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest tonight is a legendary singer and actress you know from films like Hocus Pocus, The First Wives Club, and The Fabulous Four. Please welcome to The Late Show, Bette Midler.
It must have been cold here at The Late Show. Despite the high ratings and awards, you need a gig that's more worthwhile now that you're more in demand than Epstein's file.
The only thing they have to hang their hat
on. Did you ever know that you're my Frodo? You stand for what's right with wit and class.
Oh, yeah, class.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I hold you high as the great eagles. 'Cause you never kissed the orange eye.
Throw it out just a little bit.
And the audience goes wild. And the crowd goes wild.
Did you throw up a little bit, Ralph?
Oh, yeah.
I had to. I'd say,
Ratings? High ratings?
By the way, I don't know who his writers are. He named her 3 worst films.
I know.
Hocus Pocus? I laughed at that.
I know.
What?
You know who his writers are. Right. No talent dip S's. Complete dip S's. Probably 18 years old, right?
Yeah.
So they look it up on Wikipedia. Okay, so she did this. The first ones that they found. I know.
The 3 worst films.
Her greatest film ever, Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
No, it's actually Beaches.
Didn't she win an Oscar? Or she was nominated.
She did.
Yeah, she was nominated. She didn't win.
But they don't mention
Hocus Pocus.
Right.
Hocus Pocus. What?
I can't stand her. I can't stand Colbert.
Yes, on the left.
These ass kissers. They're kissing each other's ass, but yet they're not kissing Trump's ass, who is doing good things for the United States.
It's a circle jerk.
No kings. No kings.
Yeah, 100%. No kings. No kings.
And by the way, I guarantee you, and Dave, you may say I'm wrong, but there was a No Kings protest all over the country today, and they will be proven correct. Tomorrow there will not be a king.
Guess what? Guess what?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. This is just all
Well, that's what Ralph said.
lefty BS.
We never had a king. We don't.
We're not going to have a king tomorrow.
Right.
They won.
Shut the hell up.
And Trump is still going to be
a-hole.
the guy that ended wars here and there and everywhere and doing the right thing.
Just doing the right thing,
Yes.
Dave. That's all.
Yes.
He does the right thing.
Well, unless you hate peace.
Yeah, well, but the left hates peace.
Of course they do, because they would have nothing to do if there was peace.
They need unrest. They need unrest. We were talking about in the first hour, and Ralph brought this to our attention, and it's 100% accurate, that these mayors and these governors of these blue effing states, without unrest, they have no gig.
And the truth is, they don't care about black lives.
No, they
Because
don't.
the majority of deaths in Memphis, Chicago, St. Louis, New York, San Francisco, in L.A. are black men.
Yep.
They don't care.
No, they don't care.
Are you saying black lives don't matter, Ralph? Is that what
I
you're
am saying they don't
care about black lives.
I care about black lives, and that's why I am a proponent of Trump coming in and cleaning up the cities.
I care about human lives.
How about Irish
Human lives. I'm not.
Irish lives?
Dave,
No, we don't want
Oh,
the
well, Irish. That's a little different.
Never the Irish. Never the Irish. No.
That's a little different.
Hey, so do you want to hear a quick little story about Goat Lips, aka my general manager at Kiss FM? One I never shared, and this is inside, but I will make it palatable for you luscious people watching Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and listening to us on the finest radio stations. Since you are listening to us on a medium that continues to be known as radio, you could relate to this a little bit. General manager is the big muckety muck at any radio station. Goat Lips, I won't use her real name.
Oh, it's a woman.
Yes.
You said her.
Given the name Goat Lips by Scott Shannon when he left Z100 and came to Los Angeles and put on the air pirate radio, he used to refer to her on the air as Goat Lips to get under her skin.
Wow.
Well, that's old Scott Shannon for you. But Goat Lips, my general manager, yes, a female, she put this deal together for a Kiss FM countdown in Japan. And she sent them all of our Kiss FM jingles, which, by the way, is paid for by Gannett Radio Broadcasting.
Which is huge.
And promised that I would broadcast live from their studio in Kobe, Japan. Promised. This was unbeknownst to me, who is currently doing afternoons on Kiss FM here in Los Angeles. She makes them this promise. The money involved for her must have been millions. It must have been millions to put her gig on the line where she's promising that I will be there. She comes to me and said, because we're doing a countdown, Ellen Kay and I, who is Rick D's sidekick in the morning, and still a morning guy, talented sidekick here in Los Angeles, but now with her own morning show.
And his movie partner.
Well, that's a reference to so long ago.
Oh, God.
Just in case you just tuned in.
No, they haven't just tuned in. They never leave this show, Matt.
According to Dave, according to Tattoo Dave, they're sucked into this. And by the way, I understand. Who would want to leave this mess?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They come in actually early. They listen to the sports show.
Is that right?
And they don't even like sports.
Right. Okay. So I'm doing this, and they're paying me an extra. You know, by the way,
You got paid big bucks.
This used to be back in the day. I used to be able to say they paid me an extra $2,000 a week for this countdown that I would do the voice tracking on and take me half an hour. Extra money. Extra. Oh yeah, I do. I want to throw up in my mouth right now. I really do. That was extra money back in 1989.
That's not a bad extra
That
money.
was extra money.
Really?
So
Wow,
I'm doing it. And by the way, that's one of two countdowns. I'm doing another countdown as well, called On the Phone or On the Line with Magic Man Al. Okay. So printing money in '89, but it's never been about the money for me. It's always been about how much. that's a Rick D's line. And it's like, Matt, it's how much?
Well, it's the truth.
No, it's always been about passion. Honest to God, if the money comes after I do what I
You're
love
passionate
to do,
about money.
No, I'm not.
You enjoy the money when you have it,
I am
though.
truly not passionate about
obviously we're
money.
here, man.
I
We're
am not
here now.
passionate about money.
Obviously, from some of the choices you made.
I am passionate. No, it is.
I'm just going on record and saying I am passionate about money.
Hold on, Ralph. You're right. You're right.
He is right. Of
I-
course he's right.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry that offended you, Matt.
No, it didn't offend me. It's just stupid talk.
It's
There's
not
no reason-
stupid. Of course he's right.
You're right, sir. You don't have to say it.
I do.
You just proved my point.
No. I'm trying to
He's
add to
right.
the button pushing.
No.
Well, you're taking away from it.
Yeah, you're taking.
Oh, thanks, Marty.
Just let
it breathe.
Let it breathe.
Oh, my God.
Thank you,
now
Mark.
that I have Marty and Mark Boyer on my side, I know I'm right.
Okay.
Let it breathe.
What?
Okay.
There's lever A or lever B.
And this is lever B. Push lever B. So here's the bottom line. So she comes to me, Goat Lips, my general manager at Kiss
Did she have
FM
big
here in
lips?
L.A. No, she didn't
The
have.
goats have very small lips.
Oh, they do.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, but she didn't spit when she talked. She didn't. She didn't.
She talked like Daffy Duck.
No.
That'd be duck lips.
So the bottom line
Right.
is she came to me and said, Matt, she said, I would like to give you a free trip to Japan.
Oh, here we go.
Right? I would love you to. And I said, but it's ratings. This will be ratings time. This is the most important time of the year for ratings here in Los Angeles. And she said, you deserve it. You've done such a great job. Speaking of ratings, have you seen your latest ratings? You are #1 in every demo. I said, thank you, aware of that, but thank you nonetheless. I said, no, I will not be taking. She said, okay, just asking. She's in there the next day, asking me the same thing. Once again, I pass. She does this for a week. Finally, I said, what's up with this? She said, well, I just want you to know Ellen K has agreed. Now, this is before it's come out that Ellen K and I are an item. But obviously, this was not a great secret, right? You know how these things get out.
Right.
We wanted it to be a secret, didn't want any BS, but obviously this was out. So she says, Ellen K has agreed. And I said, well, good for her. I ain't going. The next day, she said, Matt, I really need you to go to this, and you just need to broadcast. I said, geez, okay. So here's what I'll do. I won't be there for a week. I'll leave on a Friday. I'll come back on a Monday. So I'll only miss a Friday and a Monday show. She said, okay, done. So she suckered me into this. By the way, glad I did it. It was a great trip to Kobe, Japan. First time I ever tried Kobe beef. And the folks in Japan, what beautiful people. What absolutely gorgeous people. It's a trip that I am so glad I finally said yes, because I think everyone should at least spend, a couple days, which is what I did, in Japan.
They don't smoke a lot over there, do they?
Yes, everyone smokes. Oh God, yeah. They in their dispensary, you put in a quarter, you can get smelly panties.
I know.
Yeah, I mean they do some weird crap there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And vending machine
By the way,
panties.
in answer to your question, I did not spend a quarter. All right. So I went there.
It's more like $1.50.
I did my thing. The day I returned, the general manager of all of Gannett Radio Broadcasting, he said, man, I need to spend a couple minutes with you tomorrow. If you'd come in and I'd like a little powwow. I said, well, what is this concern? I'll tell you. When I come in, and before this happens, I get a call from a guy named Wally Clark. Wally Clark was in business with Rick Dees and the Rick Dees Weekly Top 40. One of the great countdowns of all time. Wally calls me. He says, okay, you're going to be asked a question by the corporate program director. Boy, it's tough getting through his story with the dog in here. And jeez.
Shut the fuck up, you idiot.
Jeez.
God, you're a fucking retard.
Just trying to get through an effing story.
Wow, I'm glad I came back to professional radio.
I was enthralled.
So I get a call, and I'm brought into this meeting, And the corporate vice president of programming for Gannett says, Matt, I have one question to ask you. Did you request a vacation day or two? And I said, I don't want to answer this question, please. He said, did you ask for vacation days? I said, is there any way that I can leave this meeting without having to answer this volatile question? He said, no, I simply need to know, did you request vacation days to go to Japan? Before this meeting, this is where I was going. Wally Clark calls me. He said, Matt, you know, it's like Deep Throat, you know, in
the Nixon files.
Nixon files. This is like Deep Throat. Wally's calling, and he says, Matt, whatever you say, the answer is yes. The answer is yes, you took vacation days. And I said, why is the answer? I said, I'm an honest person. He said, we need her. We need her as general manager.
Wow.
He said, the answer is yes when you're asked this question. Is this not like Watergate?
Yeah.
So now I'm in the meeting, and I'm saying, anything I can I opt out of this? No. You must answer the question. I said, you know, you put me between a rock and a hard place here. He said, Matt, I know, and I'm sorry I have to do this. I said, I'm not a liar. No, I did not request vacation day. End of that week, Goat Lips, the GM, fired.
Gone.
Wally Clark, not so happy with me. You know, you can be unhappy as you want, but I'm an honest guy. I would not take vacation. And P.S., I never took a vacation day in all the time I was at KISS FM. I banked those vacation days, you know, extra cha-ching, tons of money for, I had four or 5 weeks of vacation I never took. So they knew that about me. They knew that my work ethic was such that I never would have taken vacation day. She was out. I guess needless to say, she and I have never talked. But what did I do? Let me just, because we only have about 30 seconds. What did I do except tell the truth? Ralph, what should I have done in that situation?
Got $500,000 for going to Japan.
Or taking a vacation.
No. Ralph's right.
Yeah,
so
I know.
It's like, if this is that important, give me $500,000
That's right.
cash right now, and then I'll lie. Because it's a little white lie for $500,000 and nobody gets hurt, right?
Yes.
And she keeps her gig,
Yep.
right?
100%.
Did you at least fly first class?
Oh yeah. Oh no, it was all expenses paid.
Dude, he ate Kobe beef in Kobe, Japan.
Yeah. Before Kobe beef was even known.
Trendy, yeah.
The only place that it was known was the old homestead in New York City
on the west side.
It was the only place that introduced Kobe Japan beef. And so, yeah, it was a.
By the way, how much did you get paid to go?
Not a cent. Not a cent. Not a cent. But I only took 4 days. Yeah, it would have been a great week trip.
Did you use vacation days?
No,
sorry.
no, don't ask me that. Don't ask me that question. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
I've gone to ground. I'm watching porn in my hotel dressing gown. And now I dream of you, but I still believe there's only enough for one in this lonely hotel suite. The journey's long, and I feel so bad. I'm thinking back to the last day we had. All fades into the night. Soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though it must be, we have each other's I'll fly home to you. I'm bending time, getting back to you. Open fades into the night, and soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's destiny. I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's
Arbitron and search rated #1. This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, the man who is always right.
With plenty to smack down over the next few minutes. A lot to fit in here for you luscious listeners and viewers to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and the finest stations throughout America. Thank you for spending time with us. I know you have a choice, man, and you've chosen this for some ungodly reason, but appreciate it very, very much. Have a cocktail, smoke a stogie, have a good time. And by the way, if you're a cigarette smoker, it's what you do. You know,
smoke a doobie.
Yeah, just smoke a doobie.
I'm not encouraging it.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, but don't be.
Just don't do the hookah.
Don't get behind the wheel. Don't do this while listening to us on the radio while you're driving. I think that's, and I may be, one off here, but I think that's the wrong thing to do. Modern Amadeus, Rock Me Amadeus. Remake gets flame for casting its Mozart with an Asian actor.
Well, I get that.
You get that, Ralph?
Why would he be Asian?
No. I thought you got the fact that it would be the smart thing to do.
No, I get why he was mocked.
Fans of the award-winning 1984 film Amadeus are ripping the trailer for the latest adaptation of this famed story following the life and times of classical composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. It was directed by Milos Forman, sort of a famous director.
Very famous.
And starring F. Murray Abraham and Tom Hulce, won 8 Academy Awards, 4 Golden Globes, 4 BAFTAs, and a number of other awards after its release. Many consider it one of the best films of all time. I don't know. I couldn't get past that wig.
Amadeus, Amadeus.
I just
It
couldn't.
was a great film.
It was based on a hit play from '79, but now Sky has released its first look at its new miniseries based on the same material as that hit '84 film, due this December. With its illustrious history, many are wondering why anyone felt the need to redo it, especially over the fact that the producers cast Will Sharp, who is half Japanese, to play the role of Austrian musical genius Amadeus Mozart. I had no idea Mozart was East Asian. It's a good thing we have Hollywood to provide such historical accuracy here. Were something irregular to happen, like Hollywood portray Obama as a white man, I wouldn't bother watching, one fan said, according to The Wrap. Another wrote, literally, not a single person was asking for this. Yet another commenter sarcastically added, is this the one where we find out that the true genius behind Amadeus is a paraplegic, non-binary black woman that taught him everything and wrote his music?
Whoa.
Many more wondered why Sky was trying to remake Amadeus when the '84 version was such a perfect production. Why on earth would we need the retelling? And by the way, there is no reason. You know, sometimes I think best example of this, in my opinion, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, God.
Right, there was no reason.
Disaster.
There was no reason to remake that. When you have the world's greatest Willy Wonka, why would you recast that film and try it again?
How about Arthur?
Same.
Oh yeah, but is it in? It's not in the league of a Willy Wonka.
I think it is.
I think it's a great film.
Not even close.
And by the way, man, could that little midget drink? Oh,
Yeah.
that guy. Oh, that. What
And
was
by the way,
his
how
name?
do you put an Asian as a pianist? What is he going to be squinting as he's looking at the music?
All right.
By the way, Ralph,
see, that's Ralph. Hold on.
We're not remaking Genghis Khan
That's,
here.
by the
right?
way, my name,
Oh, John
it's
Wayne
Magic
is
Matt's
fabulous.
Outlaw Radio, but I want you to know that was Ralph Amadeus who said that.
That's
from
right.
the Bronx.
Amadeus, Amadeus.
The limited series produced by Two Cities Television, association with Sky Studios, idiots.
Morons.
Written by Black Dove's creator, Joe
Dumbos.
Barton. I wrote this as part of our promotion, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I hope it's a fantastic flopperoo. Chelsea Handler calls for boycott of Home Depot for allowing ice raids. Chelsea Handler. Anyway,
They're the initiators.
Anyway, to attempt to be relevant, comedian. Okay, I'm going to stop right
I'm
there.
just going to say big boobs.
Enough-
and by the way,
enough.
she back in the day was hot.
Yeah, and stupid. Hypocrite alert, Snoop Dogg features LGBTQ couples in his children's show after criticizing Disney's LGBTQ content in Lightyear. What's my... Well, your name is Hypocrite.
That's right.
What's my effing name? Your name is Hypocrite, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Partnering with the Gay Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation. It's all about business. So he feels that although he was speaking the truth about having his kid there in the Lightyear movie, and what are these two women kissing? Why is that happening?
Oh, that's right.
I think that's crap. But all of a sudden he gets the backlash and then succumbs. You have absolutely no effing backbone. You Long Beach sissy.
That's
Snoop
exactly what he
Dogg-
is.
He is, right?
100%.
Long Beach sissy.
And he probably smoked a lot of weed that night.
No, he didn't. He got a check.
Oh yeah, big check. Yeah. So now he's teaming up with GLAAD to promote LGBTQ content in his children's show. Not long after the massive backlash, and so he's sucking it in, taking the money. I don't know. I think Snoop Dogg. I like some of your songs a lot, but I think you're a piece of crap. I think you're a total.
For doing this, I agree.
You're a hypocrite piece of crap. And speaking of transgenders, model Alex Casani hits Victoria's Secret's fashion show runway in angel wings. Transgender model Alex Casani, a biological male, hit the 2025 Victoria's Secret fashion show catwalk clad in a red bra and angel wings 2 days ago. Do we need that? I don't know. I don't even care. I mean, I'm not watching.
It's so gross.
No, the answer is no.
Yeah. Speaking of the NFL really quickly, isn't there cheerleaders in some of the NFL teams that have...
There's one. Minnesota.
Minnesota has transgender.
Which is not Wisconsin, because Wisconsin would not do that. The Packers are a man's team.
Yeah.
Well,
Way to go, what's up?
Hold on.
Take it easy, Ralph.
Hold on. If they're a man's team, wouldn't they have a transgender, a male? I mean,
No.
giving support to the men?
That's Minnesota.
In their support bra?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Wisconsin is still manly.
Joy Beastar claims Republicans too scared to come on The View. Joy Beastar claimed Republicans are too scared to come on the View, citing Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who recently said there are a lot of weak Republican men and they're more afraid of strong Republican women. How many Republicans do you suppose The View has invited to their show?
Yeah. Little to zero.
Zero much?
Fake Republicans.
Now, maybe because ABC is forcing them into being, much more lenient.
15 years
Wait,
ago.
wait, wait. Is it
15
too
years ago, they had Trump on.
Yeah.
Is it too scared or too smart?
Well, 15 years ago, Trump was not a Republican.
That's the point. That's the point. Of course, they loved him then. Oh, they loved him.
Oh, they fawned over him.
They loved him as a Democrat,
That's
didn't
right.
they? And Katy Perry.
Astronaut.
Katy Perry's?
Yeah, astronaut Katy Perry. And former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau were seen engaging in some hot and heavy PDA while on the I Kissed a Girl singer's yacht off the coast of Santa Barbara last week, which has inspired a new song, I Kissed an Asshole, and I liked it.
There you
Yes.
go.
And she had to wipe off the blackface from her face after he kissed her.
And Kathy Griffin, oh, man.
She's still alive?
Well, there's just so much talent.
And she's gorgeous.
Don't you just, when I mention the name Kathy Griffin, don't you at least, you sort of smell the talent exerted from every pore of Kathy Griffin's body? She launched a 10-minute tirade promoting left wing's No Kings protest, smearing President Donald Trump as a dictator who she says didn't win a free and fair election.
But you know what's funny about these lefties?
Nothing?
Well, true.
Yeah.
But they say that we are, the show a couple weeks ago, anti-gay.
Yeah,
right?
Right.
Kamala Harris admitted she didn't pick Pete Buttigieg, or whatever his name is, because he was gay.
Yes, of course.
Could you picture Trump saying, I didn't pick this guy because he was gay?
Oh, boy.
Blasphemized. He'd be blasphemized.
Right.
Yes.
But Kamala Harris puts it in her biography.
Yes.
I didn't hire Mayor Pete because he was gay.
He was gay. In fact, by the way, for those of you on the other side who happen to check us out, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, Rumble, and subscribe, and X, and the finest radio stations, know that this ain't malarkey, what you just heard. This is the honest-to-God truth. She did not pick Buttigieg as her running mate because he was gay. Imagine if someone from our side had made that statement.
Exactly.
The hypocrisy of these idiots. And they're not idiots. They're simply demented a-holes, and they're evil people.
Yes.
They are evil.
They are evil.
They need mistrust. They need uprisings in our communities to be relevant.
How is it that they don't see that when things happen, they're the ones that burn cities, kill people?
They do see it. They do see it. They want it. They want it. They need it. They need it. Speaking of bad people, speaking of bad politicians, okay, I'm being redundant here. But this Katie Porter, by the way, is she more of a slob and an idiot stick than Rosie O'Donnell? I put the two of them in the same category, but I got to tell you something. This gal is running for governor of this state that I am standing
in order to win
in the state of California right this second, and this Katie friggin' Porter dumbass, with all that's been exposed, which I'll play you here in seconds, how is she still in the running, and how is she many ticks above anyone who is running against her? Ralph, explain to me.
It goes back to what I said an hour ago.
California
they
voters,
get what they deserve.
You mean
exactly
California?
right.
Yes.
This is why we must make a concerted effort in 26 to get the hell out of this state. This is a aesthetically beautiful, and it's all about. And Ralph is right when he says it's all about the weather.
Yep.
It is great weather. You know, it's in the 80s today in October.
This Virginia City bar may be broadcasting from Virginia City soon.
You bet
It's
your
not only
ass.
that, it's the fact that you can go from the snow to the beach. It's not just the weather.
I think that's the weather.
It's not the weather.
Yeah, I think
If you can go from the snow to the beach, it's the weather.
I think it's the weather. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
well,
pretty
whatever.
much the weather.
Kind of
I want you to dig this. This is what set Katie Porter, I would think, would set her campaign on fire. Get ready to pause it in the middle. This is Katie being interviewed by someone on her side. It's like MSN or CNN. Someone who is favorable to her side of the aisle. Go.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win, man?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote.
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Pause. Not with. Isn't that what an interview is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ralph?
And by the way, it wasn't even a follow-up. It was one question.
Right. But she's not. She was not. She had no idea that this friendly network would even ask this question,
100%.
which is a 100% salient question. Continue.
Absolutely.
And the state could lose. Get out of my shot. Okay. You also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot.
Pause. All right. This is something else that happened, and this shows you how nasty she is to her supporters and the people she works with.
Yes.
Someone was in
Get
her
out of my shot?
Yeah, someone was in her shot, and she was pissed off about this.
By the way, it backs up what her ex-husband now says.
The potatoes?
She poured scalding mashed potatoes on his head.
Some people
Nasty bitch.
listen.
Scalding mashed potatoes.
I know as well as you do, my friends, that you don't judge a book by the cover, except sometimes. I mean, take a look at this nasty broad. She's not a broad. I love broad.
She actually looks like Bette Midler in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, a little bit like Bette Midler.
Yes.
I've never seen her.
Big front teeth like a rat.
This is Katie Porter. This is her apology after the outburst on that sympathetic network that loves her. This is her. Dig this.
And I want people to know that I understand what I did was not good. I'm not going to mince words about it. But I also want people to understand that I am in this fight because I am not going to back down or give 1 inch when people are hurting Californians. And both of those things can be true at the same time.
I heard I'm sorry. You heard that too, right?
No. Did she say I'm sorry?
So she never apologized.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. I thought I heard it.
All
Matt,
about
do you think
hurting California.
Matt, do you think worse than Newsom?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's hard to do.
No. The reason is
Yeah.
Newsom believes in nothing.
Oh, right.
She's a true believer.
She is a.
Oh, see, that's scary.
She is a true commie.
Yeah.
She is a true socialist. You're right, Ralph. Yeah, because Newscom, it's like any way the wind blows.
He believes in nothing.
I will say anything to get elected as governor or president. Anything. It doesn't matter. But you're right. She is a true commie. This broad is nasty.
And so is he.
By the way, if this works out for her, another plug in the jug in getting the hell out of California, my God, things are bad enough.
Yep.
And you're thinking to yourself, how can things get much worse? Well, I told you that after Brown, when this guy was coming in, I said, we are going to wish for the days of Governor Brown. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
return to Outlaw Radio's Demons of Decadence.
All right, okay. Well, we did it. Another show, the plug in the jug, the fish in the net.
3 hours.
Yeah, it seems like it. It seems like 6.
Yeah, it does.
Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, we've done a little research. I have found that only 7% of you who watch and enjoy Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio have subscribed to the show. So could you throw us a bone? Let the boy have a subscription from you.
I mean, what does it hurt?
Give the boy a subscription. I mean, we're already, it's a deficit working with YouTube in the beginning. I mean, right off the bat, they hate our guts. But thank God for great radio stations, especially in the great state of Wisconsin, housing some of the greatest beef jerky I have ever tasted in my life, sweet bourbon beef jerky by a company called River Meats, Wisconsin River Meats.com. I mention this because somebody in Wisconsin listening to us right this second, if you know anyone in that company with any sort of gravitas, I want to do a deal with you folks. I've never tasted better beef jerky in my life. I've had this empty package sitting here for the last couple months because I've been meaning to mention this. This bourbon sweet, and I've tasted other things.
They sent me the venison part.
Did it come from Wisconsin
Yes.
River Meats?
Yes.
You're sure of that?
I'm pretty sure that's what.
I don't think so.
100% wrong. Nope.
That's what I thought.
100% wrong.
Yeah, because,
Nope.
because I think that was indigenous to the folks, the beautiful folks
yes,
who
it
sent
was.
it to us.
But they did a bourbon.
They killed an elk or a muskrat, and then they smoked
Was it in love, Matt?
They
No, it was
smoked
elk jerky. Yeah, the bourbon one. It was fantastic.
Yeah, so why do you make that statement when this has nothing to do with these
And then mock me for it, for saying no.
Wisconsin River
Oh, God.
Meats.com. I got to tell you,
Needs to be heard.
I have never tasted, because I'm a jerky fanatic. I love jerky. Goes great with a Bloody Mary. Goes great with damn near anything.
Matt, I got to tell you, my girlfriend went out of town the other day, and she brought me back, and I forgot to bring it, and I apologize, 2 packets of Bloody Mary jerky. And I told her I was bringing it to Matt, and I forgot. So next week,
we have had Bloody Mary jerky or beef sticks sent us
Oh,
by
and cheese, too.
by beautiful folks. Right, Bloody Mary cheese from the great folks in Wisconsin.
I'm just
as
telling you,
well.
this is incredible. It tastes just like Bloody Marys. It's phenomenal.
But it's probably not by this company.
No, probably not.
Wisconsin meat, right?
Matt, I gotta apologize. My girlfriend bought a whole box of Opus X cigars. I forgot to bring them, so I want to apologize to you.
Hey, by the way,
Hold on, let me turn Ralph's mic off.
And I love the Fuentes. I love Arturo Fuente product, but that is the most overrated cigar on the planet.
It is.
So I wouldn't hold that against you, Ralph.
Hey, Matt, this will take me 2 seconds.
Yeah,
I know we gotta go. So a couple weeks ago, Ralph, Dave comes over to the bar. He pushes Ralph down outside after the show. Ralph knocked Dave on his ass.
Oh, that's right. After
He sure did. He sure did.
After Tattoo Dave came over to this side of the bar, that's too loud, Dave, and knocked Ralph down.
I did not knock him down.
Yes, you did. You knocked me out of the chair.
Yeah.
I did not. You stood up and you pushed me. I didn't expect you to do that.
Outside.
Anyway.
All right, we'll figure it out tonight. Whatever.
So
It's fine.
Ralph took care of business outside.
Yeah, he's a Bronx boy.
And Tattoo Dave ended up on his ass.
Yes.
Did he not? All right.
I did.
All right. Thanks to Tattoo Dave, the aforementioned.
Up yours.
My brother
Marty.
Ralph from the Bronx. Your buddy Ace Fraley from the Bronx.
Yep.
Why'd you turn my mic off? Why'd you turn my mic off?
I didn't. I meant to turn everybody else's.
Okay, bourbon. Mark, thank you. Mom and Dad love you. God bless you. Whatever. It ain't that hard, man.
Leave it all behind me now. So many Bye.